Classiest place on earth. Katie had to change her mic a little bit. It's fine. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the classiest place on earth. How's the music? Is that really loud? Sounds loud to me, but we'll see. Good fucking morning, everybody. I apologize for being mildly late and really bright today for some reason, but whatever. I had to play Santa. What do you do? You'll get cold giblets if you hide in the snow. Some people like cold giblets. That might be a thing. Remember those underwear we saw the other day? Oh, God. Did I read you my hair? No. Nope. I just woke up and this is the way it looks. And yep, I just didn't give very many fucks today. I actually made the wrapping paper. I'm pretty proud of it. I hate wrapping paper. I hate wrapping presents and I hate wrapping paper because wrapping paper is shit quality and wrapping presents is like arguably one of the biggest wastes of time in existence because people just rip it up and then throw it away and it's just garbage. So I put almost too much effort into it because I want people to feel bad ripping it up. So I buy black crepe paper because it actually doesn't rip when you fold it. It's amazing. It's the best shit ever. And then I used a glue gun and did spider web patterns on them. I'm a nerd. I put too much effort into it. Yeah, seriously, like, good job ripping my art up. You're an asshole. Enjoy the gift. Oh, God. I make a gift bag. I hate gift bags. I don't know. There's it, like, and this is no shame on anybody. For me, gifts are all about the thought involved. It's not really what's in the package. Like, whatever's in there, I don't really give a fuck. And a bag is, like, the least amount of effort you could possibly put into a gift. Like, you just dumped it in another bag. You bought it in a bag and put it in another bag. It's just me, though. I just put more effort into it. I'm a weirdo. I actually watched a cool thing about the whole history of Jesus and like the history of Christmas. And the reason that we celebrate the wrong date is because we changed calendars. I can't remember the name of the calendars, but there was one calendar that he was born on the 25th, and then we changed to a different calendar at some point in time. So because the calendar was fucked up, it would just like slowly like it is, obviously we're gradually progressing through weather, and weather doesn't really match up with seasons anymore, or like the time of the year. And so now it's like it should be January 7th. It was Julian to Gregorian. Was that it? I watched it yesterday and I just blanked on the names of it, but it was really interesting to learn about. Like now it's like Jesus was technically born on the 7th of January or something. I don't know. Who cares? Jesus might not even been real. We don't know. A bag is recyclable. Well, so this is what I do. This is what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I made a Christmas tree. I don't know if you can tell. I made a tree because I didn't have a Christmas tree and I got real sad about it yesterday. So I made myself a tree. It is covered in spider webs and money from every country I've ever visited, and runes and skulls with their mouths sewn shut. And tonight, after Zach destroys, well, hopefully, if he wants to open his gifts, who the fuck knows? He doesn't like Christmas, so I don't know. But after he rips it all open, I'm going to stuff the base of the tree with all the paper and set it on fire in the yard. I'm going to have myself a little blaze. It's all purposeful. I planned everything. The base of this is empty. It's actually like a Red Vines container turned upside down. So I literally can just stuff it with paper, light it up, and it's just gonna, it's gonna be great. Fuck the world. Yeah, Jesus might have been a person. Like, who knows? I read the whole Bible on stream last year or 2 years ago. I don't even know. It was a terrible time. I'll video. I would love to do it on stream if I could get my webcam outside, but there's no fucking way. There's no like USB cord that long. How long did that present take you to wrap? Which one? The big one? In the back? They all took about the same time. It doesn't take me very long. These ones, not long, because it's just black crepe paper. Literally, I buy like black crepe paper because wrapping paper is a fucking scam. And then I used a hot glue gun, and I made spider web patterns on it with hot glue. Welcome to the classroom. Pyro, you silly fuck. Thank you so much for gifting 10 subs in my channel. Have you treated yourself yet? You better. Thank you so much. All 10 of you now don't have to watch ads. Pyro is single-handedly destroying ads on Twitch. Thank you, Pyro. Dion, Anime, Vulgar Vulgarities, RJ Femur, Hippie Smiles, Nameless, Z Shantok. Nameless, did you get a gift sub the other day? I feel like you did. What the anyways, not that it matters. Congratulations on another one. Cerebral Onion, I love your name. Gemini and K-May, you're all butt wizards of the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in every fucking way. Thank you. Mobile camera stream, I don't know how to do that. Maybe like I could figure it out on my iPad or something. I gotta figure out this. I'm really bright. I don't know why. My lights are not exceedingly bright today. Let's fix it, Katie. Nordics still call Christmas Yule. I believe it. I think Yule's better. Christmas, I got real bitter about Christmas like 5 years ago. It just, to me, felt like Christmas became like, how much money can you spend on people? And I hated it. I hate the consumerism of it. Like I said, it's the thought. It's the effort you put into it. Like, I put a lot of effort into wrapping them. That's the effort. You know, it doesn't really care. I don't really give a fuck what's on the inside because I'm an adult and I buy what I would need, you know? The James... Oh, it launched today already? Oh, shit. What time did it happen this morning? Oh, fuck. Good morning, Dead Cal. How are you? Good morning, Knives. How are you? Of course, I love my family day. Well, I do miss my family. I mean, there's something to be said about having people around you to celebrate the day with. I mean, even if you don't celebrate, like, I remember my very first hospital shift, having to work a holiday, and I was stoked because I made bank. Like, if you work a hospital shift on a holiday, you make, like, time and a half plus, you know, some sort of bonus pay on top of it, and literally there's nothing to do because everybody waits after the holidays to come in for their heart attack. It's always the weekend after the holiday. And, but that night, I remember I was just sitting there and I was like, holy shit, like my whole family is together right now without me celebrating Christmas. And it's like a weird realization that people don't need you to have a good time. Like, you're not integral to the family for them to get together and do stuff. It's weird. It was a weird adult moment for me where I was like, fuck, this sucks. And then I just said, fuck it, because I stopped giving a shit. I don't know. I have problems. It's fine. $720 went perfect. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to watch it later. I'm excited. My parents used to shame me when I was a kid because my gifts were cheap. They would shame you? What? Ew. Oh my god, Ashley. My little sister did that one year. Smoke a loke. One of my favorite people in the world. Thank you for that resub, lover. How the fuck are you and your wonderful witch? I hope you're having a beautiful morning. One year, I can't remember how old my sister is. Really young though, and she was getting the like, it was the first year as a baby, as like a child, she understood opening gifts. She just went to the tree and opened everybody's gifts. She opened every single gift under the tree. It was pretty fucking funny, especially when they were wow. I'm so glad my parents weren't that shitty. My mom encourages the handmade stuff. I'm so sorry that happened. He's excellent. That's disgusting. Dead Kel, I think that's disgusting. People that don't tip in America have never worked this shitty job in their life. SOS just gifted a fucking sub to Beowulf's. Beowulf's. I can't read today. You're a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual. Thank you for being here today. I think handmade gifts are fun. Like, this is fun to me. I like doing it. Like, even just the wrapping paper. I don't know. That stuff means more to me because it's the thought, you know? I don't care about money and stuff. I have so much stuff. Like, I feel like I'm constantly donating. She was so heroic in doing that. It was hilarious. And we just let it happen. We were like, oh man, look at her be happy. This is adorable. Oh, Ashley, that's fucking hilarious. So what did you do? Like, what do you do? Do you take them away from a child? Like, what do you do in that instance? I'm seriously curious. I don't know. I then learned I need to overcompensate and would spend way more. Me too. I did that for a while. And what was interesting was I remember when I got my big girl job as a respiratory therapist, I was like, I can buy my family gifts. And they didn't shame me, but they were like, you don't need to buy us stuff. They didn't act grateful. It was more like, "Why did you spend money on us?" And I was like, "Oh, ew. Okay. Guess I'll paint you things from now on." I mean, same, Sean. Same. My books and my animals. That's about it. Pyro just gifted 2 more subs on my channel. What the fuck, bro? Lady Curious Cat and Lancer Mancer, use all but wizards the highest order, go forth and be consensual in every way, and thank you for being here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You don't have to watch ads, refresh your channel. Yes, that you're way too poor to give me this, yeah. My cousin's 4-year-old was asking everyone when we could open gifts. Oh, that's so cute. When I was a kid, so our Christmas was staying the night at my grandma's house no matter what. You had to stay Christmas Eve at my Nana's house. We would go to midnight mass. Sarah. Thank you for the resub, lover. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas with your little babies. But yeah, we'd go to midnight mass. My Nana would fall asleep at midnight mass every year, but she would bitch at us. Like, we had to pay attention, you know, because Catholics. And then the next morning we would wake up, and my sister and I would wake up and go out and see the tree, you know, all covered in presents, but we couldn't touch anything until every single family member showed up. And then my mom would put a video camera on us and video camera, like, record us opening every single gift. And then she'd make us model anything that was clothes on camera, and nothing ever fit because we were growing and tall. So you just felt fat. You know, when you're a kid, you don't know growing. You just feel fat and horrible. It was stressful. I was very excited to not have Christmas happen anymore by the end of Christmas. Nim. Thank you for the resub, love. Good morning, Sales. How are you? They've been spoiled rotten. Good, I'm glad. Are they passed out now? 61 months, you're basically married. Dude, Sarah has not only had 1 child in my stream, she's had 2 children in my stream. Sarah and I are bonded for life. Yeah, Druid, I miss the whole tradition of Christmas with my grandma. Like, at the time as a kid, I hated it because, you know, church sucks and it was really boring. But it was now, as an adult, it's like, I don't have to do anything, but also there's nothing to do. You know what I mean? You kind of have to make your own thing. And I think that's what grandparents do. Like, my grandma, like, forced us. She was like, we will get together. We will celebrate Christmas and we will be a family. You have to, like, force it to happen. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. And now that she's dead, it just does not happen. Like, it's gone. It's really weird. Guess you don't take offense to it, Katie. Always feel a little, wait, why would I be offended of something? What did you do? Why would I be offended? It takes a lot to offend me. Let's, to be fair. I totally forgot. Did you see my new gecko? No, you got another one? Oh my god, cute. Oh, I know, Sean, like, I've actually tried to sit down and, like, write down the events of my life in order, and it's almost impossible. They're too much. I get lost in my own brain. By the way, you guys activated a hype train. Thank you. If you don't know what that is, you give me money, you get free emotes from Twitch. That's it. You don't have to participate. It's nothing, but it's there. Oh, I'm excited to look. I'll have to check on my break. Oh, cute. Cute. Baby animals, man. I love my big geckos, but the baby geckos are just so tiny and cute. I die. A true red-eyed albino. Man, they're so cool. So, in case you didn't know, which I don't have gauges in. Good, I should put gauges in. In case you didn't know, you probably do, but just an FYI, true red-eyed albino animals are actually mostly blind. So they can be very aggressive. They can be very scared. They're not aggressive. No animal is aggressive. They're defensive simply because they can't see. So if you ever have an albino animal, you just have to be extra gentle and um use use signals if you're going to handle your animal, feed your animal, that have nothing to do with sight. Use auditory signals like tapping on the glass with pincers or something like that. Just to let them know, I have an albino snake. I have an albino BCI. She's absolutely gorgeous, but she will try to eat my hand every time because she can't see. She's like mostly blind. I started 2017 Hemingway biography. Oh god, is it good though? I mean, Hemingway is an interesting motherfucker. Good day, Metal Jazz. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday, whatever the fuck you do today. I hope it's good. That this one would bite the others. Yep, and it's no aggression. It's literally just blind, like they're blind. It's kind of sad. Yep, and when they're in the blues, it's similar, like an albino reptile basically is in blue all the time. So it's just extra careful. You just have to be, for their sake, not for yours. Like, if you get bit, that's on you. It's for their sake, because they can't see you. You know, you're just like blobs. Oh, fuck! Oh, I'm gonna have to check. Oh, Phil, I'm gonna have to look. She never tried to bite me, but she gets very unhappy. Cute. I mean, biting, like, geckos, they know that biting isn't gonna do anything. Biting is pretty much like the last stitch effort for a gecko, unless they're trying to fuck your hand, which mine does. I have a boy gecko who just wants to fuck my wrist all the time. And so he'll bite my hand skin and like try to fuck it. But they know they don't have teeth. You know, they know that this is not going to be what gets you off. So pretty much they're going to bite you when they have nothing else to do, and they are so unhappy. Bean bit me once and I was proud of her. I have never been bit by any of my animals except my one male crested gecko, and it's because he wants to fuck me. None of them. My snakes have bit other people for some reason. They've just never bit me. I don't know. Can you get a female gecko? I have female geckos. I have lots of female geckos. Yeah, I have six. Six females and one male. He's a big boy. Merry Christmas, Crispy, and thank you for the biddies. That's very kind of you. We named it Ducky. Right now, they're in the tank with Littlefoot. They seem to be getting along. Last time I checked, they were laying together in Littlefoot's she hide. As long as they're both females, I think it's okay. Like, I cohabitate my female crested geckos, and if you put a male in, you just need to have, like, 3 females to a male. Just not 2 males together. That's what I've read. Littlefoot might be a male. If it's a male, you want to take him out, because even if you're okay with breeding, they'll breed the female to death. And that's why you want, like, 3 females to a male. It's crazy. Like, they'll literally breed her so often. They'll fuck her so often that her body will keep recreating eggs so fast she can't physically eat enough, and she'll, like, waste away. It's real weird. I've read about it a lot. So if he's a male, if you're worried about it, like, you see balls, you know, those little bulges at his tail, you'll need to separate him just because you don't want her to, like, fuck. Literally, you'll get fucked to death. I mean, it's crazy. Geckos are wild. Fallout New Vegas geckos, what I picture when I hear geckos. Oh my god. Fucking Bethesda. They've ruined us all forever. Littlefoot was the real OG. Motherfucking tree stars make me cry. I can't even watch that movie. I'll cry. So it's really, really hard to sex a gecko just by looking at them when they're babies. There's pretty, like with crested geckos, any breeder will say there's no guarantee. I can try as a baby. Like, I can look at them, and if what you look for is these dots that are their ventral pores, and there should be like a U shape of ventral pores across their bottom leg and then across their like abdomen. But until they're full grown, it's literally, they can shed out of them and become a girl. Like, someone could guarantee you a boy and you won't have a boy. So what you look for is that bulge at the base of the tail. Like the big old bulge where their cloaca is. That'll be the balls. I've been checking on them every couple hours to make sure they aren't fighting. They won't fight. They should be fine. I mean, I don't, like, as far, with all my experience in geckos, they're not exactly aggressive. The only thing they'll ever do, and this is with crested geckos, mind you, crested geckos are vegetarian, is they'll bully each other over the food. But your geckos eat live food, so that's, like, it's not like they can, like, dominate an area. Like, I have to move the little bowls of food around my geckos' cages constantly because they'll dominate that corner, and if I put all the food in that corner, none of the other geckos will go there because one of the geckos is like, bitch, this is my corner. And then they'll starve themselves, even though there's a huge bowl of food just sitting there. Aw, Phil. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I know, the fucking gecko insurance. Yeah, you should be fine if there's no bulge. Usually the bulge will show up within like 6 months, at least. But, like, for instance, some geckos, like, I have 2 Leachianus. They're called Rhacodactylus leachianus geckos. They're the biggest geckos in the world, but they're still juveniles. They're over a year old, and I still can't tell. Neither of them have a bulge, which means they both could be female. Who knows? I could have got really lucky and gotten 2 females, but they're not full grown. Like, these geckos, I got them this big. They're about this big now, but they'll get about this big. They're like 8 to 9 inch fat, wrinkly little dicks. 2 of everything. That's exactly what I do. I literally, like, even though mine have never, like, fought over anything, I always do multiple bowls of everything just to be safe. I do the same. Inscription's amazing. Oh my god, Inscription's such a fun game. Have you played it yet? Cloaca. Oh, crikey, better stick a stick in that cloaca. Yeah, Inscription's really cool. I haven't streamed it yet. because we've just been talking and hanging out, but it's real good. Oh, tits up. Ooh, we should cheers. Someone cheers me. Cheers, Viata. Let's cheers. It's I have a massive feeling it's deeper. So for those of you that have not played Inscription, or you haven't heard of it, Inscription is like a card game, kind of, but you can get up from the table that you're playing the cards at with Satan and walk around the room, and there's like puzzles to solve around the room, which I've already done a lot of them, but not all of them, obviously. Oh, I'm so excited, Ashley. I love geckos so much. So Joy isn't broken. I just haven't figured out how to get like live audio alerts on Stream Elements yet. I can't figure it out. Yeah, it's just it's all part of the fucking me switching over bullshit. Yeah. Sultan Sanctuary. I don't think I've played that, but I think I own it. Take your joy, and please take your joy, everyone. Yes, we don't have the joy alert because I haven't figured out how to make it fucking work yet, but take your goddamn joy. You guys are welcome to join us for dinner. I know you won't, but inviting you makes me seem like a good guy. Thank you. I would love to come for dinner, but I think Zach streams all night, so as much as I would love to join you for a beautiful Christmas dinner, I will probably drive into the woods and cry myself to sleep. Is a card game escape room. There you go. It's real fun if you guys want me to play it. I think I can restart it. Can I restart the game? I don't know. Cheers. Let's cheers. Oh, delete your file in the save in the options. Awesome. Ooh, oh my god, I have to think of it. What did I grind up last night? It's a stoner bowl from last night. I think it's runts. I think it's just runts. It's a good strain. I love runts. Steam got banned in China? What? What? Axeberry. Ooh, I've never had that before. Is it good? Nitro, what's up? Touch portal? Okay, let me write that down. Hold on. Thank you, Joe. Where's my post-its? There they are. Oh, and there's my plugs for my ears. Found them. Ooh, Wonka Bar is a good strain. Good morning, Eliza. Merry Christmas. China also banned video games. Yeah, they banned video gaming longer than 2 hours, which I don't know how they track that. What was that? Snake bit. Happy Yule. I hope your next year is a massive success. Right back at you. Thank you. Grabbing a pen. Sorry. Yes, assemble your things, Honeybean. I will be here. It's called Touch Portal. Thank you. I just wrote it with like a paintbrush pen. That was awkward. Oh well, it's what I had. China, man, they're scary. Like people around here, you know, those people love to fucking joke around about how we live in a communist society and we're you don't even fucking know. To those people, obviously, you know. I assume you're more intelligent. I mean, it's interesting because like one of the biggest lessons I think as an adult that you learn is the inability to literally control anyone ever, anyone in your life. Like you cannot control their reactions to what you say. You can't control what they do, what they eat, nothing. Like that's what you learn as an adult, I feel like. When you're a kid, you are struggling because you think you can control your environment and your whatever, and growing up means you can't and you just have to live with it. And China has just like gone the opposite, and they're like, no, we're going to stomp foot and we're going to say, no, you can't do that because we don't like it. And throw your babies away. It's very interesting. Good morning, Cocky. I love your guys' picture, by the way. So fucking cute. 50. It's pretty warm here today, actually. My speculation is the China ban on games has more to do with unregulated communications from outside countries. I know that like China and Korea and I think India as well, they all have really strange regulations about that kind of stuff. I've read about that too. Like they don't have any of the texting programs you and I have. They have to use like um what's that one I was using for a while that I just blanked on the name. They have to use like third-party stuff. Hello, Cocky Jr. Merry Festivus for the rest of us. Oh, LCT, you do? Thank you. I will hit you up. WhatsApp. Thank you. WhatsApp. That's the one. Yep. I was reading about WhatsApp because it's actually like the number one proprietor of COVID misinformation because people make these like cute little, diagrams that are like green tea solves cancer and people send them to each other on WhatsApp and they believe anything they see apparently. And it's really bad in India. I watched a whole special on it. It was terrible. Stuff that can text internationally. Is that what it is, basically? I haven't seen a Happy Dickmas. I think most people are struggling so hard just to like have a normal Christmas. They are not even there. Merry Chrysler Toyota Thon. That's what Eliza says. Merry Chrysler. Seriously. She's always said Merry Chrysler since the day I met her. He was confused for a sec, but says thanks. Oh, Festivus. That's true. I forget that some people don't know what Seinfeld is or Festivus. You gotta show you Festivus. Festivus is arguably the coolest holiday to ever be invented. You get to beat the shit out of your family, and I think there's like a stripper pole involved. I don't even remember. It's been so long. Dal Thorson, thank you for the resub. Lover.
And hail the dank lord. Yum. Oh, Marley. Hi.
I actually just hit my partner anniversary the other day. 6 years partnered on Twitch. It's pretty crazy. What a fucking ride. Well, it's because Americans took Krampus and turned it into a horror movie. Krampus is like the bad half of, like, isn't it like there's Krampus and like this creepy white woman child thing, and like if you're good, the white woman gives you gifts, and if you're bad, Krampus is hairy and terrorizes you, but really they're like one person. And I don't know. I've read a lot of shit in my life. I've got too much in my brain. Can I beat the shit out of my family on a stripper pole if you get them to celebrate Festivus? It's the Festivus Bowl. Dude, and I'm the opposite. I never could get into Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I've heard it's an amazing show. I totally get it. Like people love that show. I could not. I can't. I get so bored watching that show. But Seinfeld was I that being said, I didn't watch Seinfeld live. I watched it as reruns, so I was able to binge it. I literally like that was my college binge show that I would put on the DVDs when I was studying or something. I would put Seinfeld on the background. So maybe that's why it's different. I don't know. Katie's the cure for anxiety, not gonna lie. Crash, thank you. I hope so, because fuck that shit. At the hospital, they used to call me the human Hal doll, because for some reason, I had a knack to calm people down without drugs. I could just calm crazies down. I don't know why. Maybe they sense the crazy in me. Krampus does harmless things like swatting the chain with chains and leading bad kids off cliffs. I mean, we're overpopulated. Sounds like China should pick up Festivus. Here's Festivus. Festivus is a secular holiday. Thank you, Sexcellent, by the way. Celebrated on December 23rd as an alternative to the pressure and commercialism of the Christmas season. Originally created by author Daniel O'Keefe, Festivus entered popular culture. Blah blah. Seinfeld. Give me the rules. Okay, so the practices. The holiday, as portrayed in the Seinfeld episode, includes practices such as the airing of grievances, which occurs during the Festivus meal. So while you're eating dinner, you just get to tell your family how much you fucking hate them and everything they've done wrong during the year. And then after the meal, the feats of strength are performed, involving wrestling the head of the household to the floor, with the holiday ending only if the head of the household is pinned. I'm telling you, this holiday rules. The Festivus Poll. In the episode, the tradition of Festivus begins with an aluminum pole. Frank Costanza cites its very high strength to weight ratio as appealing. During Festivus, the pole is displayed unadorned as Frank indicates tinsel is distracting. Daniel O'Keefe credits fellow Seinfeld writer Jeff Schaefer, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, instead of a tree, they have a giant stripper pole in the middle of the house. Like, it's hilarious. It's the best. I'm saying. Larry David annoys me. I'm the same. He's like, I get that some people like him, by the way. No hate on anybody that loves Larry David. He's very cynical and depressing and angry with no redeeming qualities, which is where he loses me. I love an angry bitch. Like, give me one any day, but you got to have a redeeming something on you. Something that makes me go, okay, you're okay. Is that a comedian? Yeah, he wrote Seinfeld, didn't he? Pretty sure he wrote Seinfeld, and he was in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He kind of looks like Bernie. I can totally see it. He helped. Okay, yeah. Oh, Vile, no. Do you have any omeprazole or something? Co-creator, thank you. And produced, did he? Yeah, it's been years since I watched any of it. But, like, fucking, Elaine. I still dance like Elaine. Because I can't dance. So if people force me to dance, you do that. Snaps. Everybody knows. The cool people get it. I have the generic kind too. I get it whenever I get my period because I have to take painkillers for my cramps, and then the painkillers like rot my stomach lining. So I have a bottle of it somewhere on my desk. Crazy part about Curb is it's mostly improv, from what I understand. I believe that. There are moments in that show that are gold, but the show overall, I just got bored. It's just really cynical, young, spoiled boys talking to each other about first world problems, which is basically all every show is, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Check Steam. What have you done? I gotta load up my computer. Hold on. Just do the gun thing or the sprinkler. White people dancing. I'm saying I do. I do all of those things because I don't. I grew up on country music. Like, what the fuck? Where was I gonna get rhythm? I celebrate Yule, but Christmas traditions are almost all Yule traditions. I celebrate Yule now. Coven, do you see my tree I made? I'll pull it up here. I'll show you guys. It's kind of fragile, so I can't move it too much, but I'll pull it closer so I can actually show it to you guys. I made myself a Yule tree, which I will be stuffing with all this wrapping paper tonight and setting ablaze in my yard. I'm glad it rained. Oh my god. Thank you for saying that, Sexcellent. I watched Encanto yesterday and cried my fucking eyes out. It's real cute. It's no Coco, but it's real cute. It was really good. I've been so disappointed by so many of these fucking movies coming out of Disney lately. I almost didn't click it. I was like, oh, should I just watch Coco again? Or should I try it? It's so good. Yeah, it's great. You got to watch it. If you have Disney Plus, Encanto's great. I think it's a great movie to watch today for Christmas. If you're feeling like a nice cry, it's like a happy Disney movie, but like, you know, main lead's female, never ever has a romance moment once in the entire thing, and she's a grown-up woman. A grown woman, not a one romantic sniff. It's my favorite shit. I love it. Like, Disney's really winning these days. Watching the Arcane, oh my god. Arcane was really hard for me to watch. Jinx is very relatable. Like, in a dark way. Like, not very many people probably have been deserted by their sisters right after their dad died, but I was. And when I watched that scene, I bawled. The worst for me is that I lose my singing voice. Oh no. I hate when I can't sing. I get really depressed. It's almost not being like being not. It's like losing your voice, not being able to talk. Singing is like cathartic for me. After stream, I blast music and just like rage sing in my house. Jewish American comedy and the Borscht Belt is a fascinating thing I learned recently. Really? Oh my gosh, there's a really good stand-up by I'm so bad with names. From The Pest. Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Love Julie Newmar. The Latino dude. What the fuck is his name? John Leguizamo, thank you. He just did a stand-up, but his stand-up is literally him talking about the history of the Latino race. It is so fucking cool. And it all stemmed from his son his son came home with he starts his comedy skit this way. His son comes home. It's on Netflix. It's fantastic. It's so good. I got to watch it again. It's so much to take in. But it also, the whole story stems from his child couldn't find a hero. His child could not find a Hispanic hero, and he had to write about a hero. And John Leguizamo was like, "You're not gonna write about your fucking dad?" Like, that was his first response, you know? And then he's like, "Well, okay, I'm a comedian. Like, I'm not that much of a hero." And so his dad goes on, like, John Leguizamo actually goes on a personal journey to try to find Hispanic heroes for his son. And he starts learning the history of Latin America. I mean, it's really cool because I knew nothing. I mean, as a white American, we don't know anything. It's so good. Watch it. Luigi. Yep. Also Luigi. Clown from Spawn. I'm so bad at names. But it's really good. Like, he hasn't lost his jam at all. He's still fantastic. He's so funny still. Like, some comedians, you know, they just kind of get more and more bitter. He's great. And it's so heartwarming. Poodles. Yep. There's my poods. I ordered them big meat bones, but, you know, because it's the holiday, they're not going to come forever. But they do have Christmas presents in the mail. They don't know what day it is. Him describing losing his virginity is seared into my brain. He's a fantastic storyteller. Jester, I 100% agree. Like, he tells stories in a way that you want to, like, live up to that. Yeah, he's great. It was amazing. Like, you definitely need to watch it. But that and Encanto. So good. Dude, Disney, Lewd Sister, once in a while, Disney does a good. Frozen, like, everybody hates Frozen, and I get it. If you have kids, I totally get it. You probably hate Frozen. I fucking love Frozen. It was one of the first Disney movies to come out where a female lead literally says, "You can't marry someone you just met." It's the first one ever. I would let my daughter watch that a million times over if I could, if I had one. That's the best message you could possibly send, because we grew up with Disney movies where it's like, the female literally dies or becomes an evil queen unless some prince fucking saves her 13-year-old self from a window, you know? That's what I was raised with. Literally, like every fucking Disney movie known to man is like being saved or something. Banging soundtrack. Oh my god, I watched Frozen 1 the other day, Eliza, yesterday, and I cried thinking of you, Eliza. I miss you. I was like, Eliza should be here to sing this with me. Coven. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, for reflux GERD, warm water with honey and baking soda. Honey soothes the throat, while the alkalinity of it neutralizes the acids in your esophagus. So I don't get the reflux. I just get the burn in my stomach. It feels like the most painful, like, hunger pains you can imagine. It feels like my stomach is eating itself. That's what mine feels like, and I think it's because I have an age-old ulcer from college. But I don't get anything in my throat or anything. I agree, Knives. Like, it's kind of amazing how many incredible parts John Leguizamo has played and done in his life, and he's not considered like an A-lister. Like, he doesn't come to mind, you know, but if you've never seen To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Love Julie Newmar, yes, that's the title of the movie, you haven't lived your life correctly. It's an old-ass 90s movie with him and other people that Blade and the guy from Ghost who's dead of cancer. Names escape me. Swayze and Snipes. Thank you. Swayze and Snipes. One of the most, I mean, that movie changed my life when I was a kid. I had no idea what a trans woman was. I had no idea what a like a drag queen woman was. I had no idea that men could live their life this way. This movie changed my life. And it's never talked about. I never hear about this movie. And it's a fucking winner. Thank you for being my brain, by the way, Knives. Romeo and Juliet. Who could have played a Capulet better? And who could have made you more sexually attracted to a deadly Capulet than him? Like, I would let him stomp on my balls in that movie. Mandel. Thank you so much for that resub, and happy whatever you celebrate. Yes, Ghibli, same. Ghibli, like, I love Ghibli because it's strong female characters, and Ghibli does a really good job of having female and male relationships that are not romantic. Like, even Disney, like, if they're 12, they'll have a thing for each other, you know? Like, even Disney does it. Like, lots of these people, they always have to have this tension somewhere in there. And Ghibli does a really good job of having mixed gender relationships with no sexual tension at all. And I love that shit. The Pest, I know. And The Pest is such a good fucking movie. No one knows what that is. I've mentioned that movie so many times. He looks so good in drag. He was so hot. I mean, he's hot, not in drag. He can really pull both, I think. You think of Swayze, you think Roadhouse or Dirty Dancing, Snipes, Blade, or Demolition Man. Yep. Yep. Unless it's gay tension. Boo. Will we ever get that? No. He played the fucking shit out of that part. Like, that scene at the gas station when you just see his boot smother out the cigarette and then the camera pans up his body, his whole outfit and the gun holsters and those fucking, like, intricate, beautiful guns they had throughout the whole movie that had, like, lines from Shakespeare in them. And I don't like guns. This is the only movie you'll ever hear me talk about sexy guns, but they're gorgeous. They're like gold and pearl inlaid, because they're supposed to look like the swords of Romeo and Juliet, and it's one of my favorite movies in the whole world. Like, Baz Luhrmann's a god. I love him. Oh my god, Donnie Darko Swayze. That's another movie a lot of people have, like, watched once ever, and then they were like, they didn't get it, so they never watched it again. So I'll mention it, and I'm like, like, Swayze's in it, and Gyllenhaal and his sister, and people have no idea what I'm talking about. They don't even remember he's in it. It's weird. The Sword 9mm. God, they're sexy guns. Remember watching that movie in middle school, but they don't show that anymore. I watched it in high school, yeah. Tybalt in which one? What are you talking about, Coven? He played the Capulet in Romeo and Juliet. He played her cousin who, I don't want to, like, well, who the fuck doesn't know Romeo and Juliet? The one that gets shot and dies, and that, like, sets off the whole revenge plot. Those who don't know, John Leguizamo in The Pest. This is The Pest. This is a great movie. I have seen this a million times. He plays a fuck up who gets enticed into participating in a game. He has to survive from a hunter for 24 hours, and he gets 500K. I'm not shitting you. They fly him to an island, and he's in this big mansion covered in dead animals, like, animal, like, taxidermy everywhere, and they hunt him. He is hunted, and it's fucking hilarious. It's so good. I mean, it's a great movie. Scanner Darkly is such a good movie. Spawn is on Netflix. I watched the new Venom movie, Carnage. I thought it was really good. I don't know why people hate them. Why do people give Venom such a bad name? I think they're really entertaining. I really like them. I have Pest on VHS, and this is why we're going to be friends forever, Octoberville. Right there. Yep. Right there. We had just by the movies that you've seen, I know we've had similar childhoods. Do you want his head? No, it would just upset me. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's such a classic. I feel like I have a hair on my nose. It's like the most dangerous game, but yeah, it's like the most dangerous game, but a comedy, and it's just him, and I believe it's just one person hunting him, right? It's not like a bunch of rich people. I tried to watch the new Matrix last night and I fell asleep. No comment. I've never seen the HBO cartoon of Spawn. I love Venom. Venom's always been one of my favorites just because he was a dick. I liked that. People don't like Venom because of how far it's strayed from the comics. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. It's just purists. Because of the non-canon stuff with the symbiotes, but I think they're pretty good. I just separate it from the comics. I look at them as they're two totally different forms of media. It's so rare that you can translate a book over, or any form of written media, into film perfectly and be good and be well done. You know what I mean? Because there's so much in a book that you can't, all that internal dialogue and stuff and smells and stuff, you have to show it instead of tell it. I know, Knives, I know. But I had to try. I mean, I knew I was going to try it eventually because I love the Matrix movies. Who doesn't? The Venom movies have nothing to do with the comics, and that's it. That's the only anger. I'm going to be honest. I've already read the comics. I don't want to see them. I'd like to see something different. I kind of like that they mix it up. But that's just me. Mostly the fans of comic Venom dislike the movie rendition, just like most live-action character renditions from the comics. I get it. I totally get it. I just look at it as something different. But my brain works differently, and I get that. I'm like, when I read versus when I watch a movie, it's a totally different experience. Apparently, some comic nerds can't compartmentalize their thoughts and emotions between types of media. I mean, how boring to just have someone recreate the exact same thing over and over and over again. I like seeing someone spin on it, you know what I mean? I love the memes where it's Banner complaining about the Hulk being inside of him, and then it cuts to Eddie with text describing what amazing sexual thing Venom did to him the other night. Oh, yes. Venom's hilarious. Like, if you ever get a chance to read the older Venom comics, Venom himself is a lech. Like, he is a lecherous, disgusting, like, monster. And you get all of his dialogue in these blurbs as well as Eddie's shooting out of him, and it's just hilarious. It's like, maybe I liked it because I have a lot of inner dialogue all the time, being, high energy and just a hyperactive person. Like, it makes sense. I'm always screaming at somebody in my head. Her name's Catherine, though, not Venom. I shut my brain off. I kind of do the same. Yeah. No spoilers. I won't spoil it. Nope. It's real good. I mean, it's entertaining. I thought it was fun. I want to read the Deadpool comics. That is a series I never read, and I don't know why. Like, I read Logan, like all of the X-Men comics, and anything that had to do with Wolverine was my crack as a child. Wolverine was my absolute favorite of anything ever. It was my first comic book, so I think I got a little attached, but that was my shit. I don't know how I didn't, pick up the crossover because it was everywhere. Like, I assume my mom probably was like, no, or something. I don't know. Me too. X-Men was. Do you remember how you got your first comic? I love this. This goes for everybody. Do you remember how you got your very first comic and what it was? Because I do. Look at how Stephen King's books versus the movies versus the TV shows. Exactly. And he hates most of the movies and TV shows. He doesn't like The Shining. Stephen King does not like the movie The Shining, which is crazy because that's one of the best movies ever. I love that movie. But I mean, to each their own, right? Good morning, Rod. Merry Christmas. I love the memes where it's Banner. Oh, yeah, I read that, but yes. Yep. Sorry. Just trying to catch up because I'm a dum-dum. Like the one with Tom Hardy just blowing hard at the comment while the text says he's going blind due to orgasming. Oh my fucking God. I think I remember that exact page. Is that a really, really old one? Is that one of the first comics? That I'm having not maybe it's deja vu? That uncanny feeling, like I feel like I know like I can see it. My dad came home with a box of comics. No shit, where'd they come from? Do you know? Logan was great, a man apart, but with comic character, absolutely. And if you guys haven't read the series about his daughter, what's it called? It's just numbers. I have it behind me somewhere. I always forget what it's called because names escape me, but they're good comics. Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Iron Man. Nice. You'd love Battle Pope comics. What? When he's not leading mass, he's out kicking ass. Stop it. After the rapture, the sole protector of the sinning masses is Battle Pope. With his trusty sidekick, Jesus? Shut the fuck up. I'm writing that down. That's real. That's real. Like, you're not just fucking with me, bro. Because that's amazing. The Mist? The Mist what? Wait. Did I miss something, Crash? Hold on. The Mist. I have to write down Battle Pope before I forget, because that just sounds incredible. Yeah, I have to look up Battle Pope. Another kind of absurd comic series, if you like reading comics, is Squirrel Girl. Please read it. It's incredible. I don't know how more people... X-23, thank you. Yes, X-23 is a really, really good series. It's fantastic. It's much newer, but the art style and the writing feels very Logan. Battle Pope, yep. That I gotta write it down, otherwise I'm gonna forget forever, but I need to read that. That sounds amazing. Stephen King only allows a certain amount of deviation from the books, otherwise he makes them remove his name, hence why The Shining doesn't have his name on it. No shit! I always wondered and I had no idea, Nim. You just educated me. That's interesting. There's one comic strip where Spider-Man's swinging alongside Venom after they've teamed up for the first time to defeat another tougher enemy of Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's going through long, deep conflicting thoughts on how they could be teammates now. And then it cuts to Venom singing Strangers in the Night like nothing's wrong with this at all. This is what I'm saying. Venom is just the best. I don't know why anybody can't love Venom. He's hilarious. Iron Man? Oh, man. That's a cool first comic, though. Caterpillar. Good morning and Merry Christmas, Honeybean. Well, MC Squirrel Girl literally is the most powerful superhero. She is the most powerful superhero. She kills Deadpool. She's the only one who can ever kill Deadpool. Like, she's the most powerful superhero, but she's literally a squirrel girl. It's fucking hilarious. Me too, Loot Sister. I love an antihero. They're just so much more interesting. Got a hold of graphic novel at school of Wolverine that was gory as hell, where he got vengeance for a woman that died near him. I don't know if I've seen that one. Ooh. Oh, he liked the mist. Oh my god, I completely forgot we were even talking about Stephen King. My bad, Crash. Really? You know, one of my favorite ever movies by that's a Stephen King movie is The Langoliers, and it was like a straight to TV horrible low budget movie, but I've seen it hundreds of times because it fucks me up. Like, it is a really good book too, but if you haven't watched The Langoliers, get it. My mods can give you permits. Oh, just like they just did before yep, I'm an idiot. Thank you. Battle Pope. Oh my fucking god. The cover has Jesus picking his nose. Who wrote this? Who's the author? Is it someone it's writer is Robert Kirkman. I have no idea who that is, but I am so excited to dip my balls into that. Gonna be trying to run a UA game. Need mysticism and occultism inspiration. What's your theme or atmosphere, I guess? Hello, Fluffy. How are you? Yeah, the cover looks incredible. I'm already sold. I read the novella and watched Langoliers. Wasn't it good? It was like a terrible movie, not a good fit, like not a high budget film, but it was really. I mean, the whole just the concept of it, I think, is what fucked me up as a kid that I loved. Oh, Kirkman did The Walking Dead. No shit. Oh, that's awesome. I have all those. Creep me out like mad when Mr. Toomey just sat in the room tearing strips of paper. Quiet people make me nervous. Knick Knack, how are you, love? I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I need to check, but I'm not sure if the king's name is attached to any of the 3 versions of Carrie that have been made. I don't think they are. Well, maybe the first one was Sissy Spacek, but I don't remember actually. That's interesting. I've never even thought about that. Invincible was really good. Yep, I liked Invincible a lot. I didn't. The launch happened this morning at 7:30, so I gotta watch it after stream. I gotta watch the replay of it. Do I have to watch this? The Langoliers? I mean, I don't know if watching it now will have the same effect. I watched it when I was like 12, you know, on USA or something, TNT, one of those channels that played like Tremors every day for 6 hours. But I still like it because of that. But I mean, honestly, I think you should try it out. You've got such a broad like repertoire of movie experience. I think you could get into it. Like if you can just like put yourself back there in the 90s when those movies were coming out, like Tremors and shit, you're fine. It's just, you know, dated. It's very dated. Was it awesome? I heard everything went perfectly, Clary. I know, I'm really excited. I didn't know it happened so fucking early. I did see Arcane. I finished it finally. It's really well done. It was hard for me. Jinx's story was very hard for me to watch. But it's really, I mean, and I knew nothing about League of Legends at all. Like nothing. I never played. I played TFT, Team Fight Tactics, but that doesn't tell you anything about anything. I don't know anything about LOL. So I went into it very naked, and the animation is breathtaking. The voice acting is really well done, and the characters are beautiful. I thought it was really well done. Right, Knives, like it's not like it's gonna fuck you up. It just you might be like, how did this deem entertainment? But you know, I don't know. Inhuman Militia, did you just buy me Hunt Showdown? Bitch, are you kidding me? Thank you. I just got fucking Steam to come up. You silly whore. Thank you for your generosity. I've wanted to play this game for ages. I'm actually really good friends with their old community manager, their first community manager. Tremors is a classic. I love Tremors. The second one even is good. Fun part was he was the same actor who played Surge in Beverly Hills Cop. Oh my god, in Beverly Hills Cop, I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop. It's weird. I tend to like not pick out movies with police in them. I know. Weird concept. I've always been too lazy to search for, but I always wanted to read King's story about the high school student that held his class hostage. Is that a story he wrote? Oof. Xana, good morning and happy Festivus. How are you? His name is on all of them. Oh, no shit. Okay. I was trying to think, like, I was looking at the movie posters in my head because I remember when those movies came out, and I don't remember his name being on them because it usually, is like Carrie in huge words at the top, and then it shows the bloody girl in the middle. So I couldn't picture where his name was, but that's cool. I love this. Chris Mahana Kwanzul. That's fantastic. Hi, Penis. How are you? The most fucked up story I ever read by Stephen King was a short story. It was a book of short stories by him, and it was a person who got bit by a snake, and the snake venom simulated death. But this person was still conscious, and they're laying on the table about to get their autopsy. And they're sitting there narrating everything they're seeing and feeling and what the doctors are talking about above them before he gets cut. Do you remember that one? Dude, I read my aunt, it was like Christmas, I think, actually. I was at my aunt's house for Christmas, and she had a huge bookshelf, and I just picked it off the shelf and was like, I'm gonna go read in a corner. And it was wild. Like, that is everybody's worst nightmare is being trapped inside after death. It's Stephen King. I don't even have the book, but it was a big hardback, and it was a lot of little stories I remember. Since you've never seen Beverly Hills Cop, I'll just tell you I've never seen Tremors. Hey, to each their. Some of us did not get experience. I mean, it happens. I don't think he was paralyzed. It just lowered his heart rate and his body temperature so low that it simulated death. Like they thought he was dead. They couldn't sense a pulse, and they couldn't get a body temperature higher than 80. Which, if you're below 90 degrees, we pretty much know you're gonna die. 90 degrees is about as low, like the lowest body temp I've ever seen on a human body that actually we resuscitated was 87 degrees, and he was brain dead. But he's conscious, like his brain is conscious, so he's just sitting on the operating table, like listening to them talking about cutting him up and make jokes and shit. It's crazy vicious. Militia, I just saw the game you got me. Thank you. I don't know if you heard me say thank you. I said it, but I don't know if you were here. I just got Steam to come up. Thank you so much for buying me Hunt Showdown, you silly fuck. It was a Bachman book titled Rage, written in 1977. Holds his class hostage. Ugh. Creepy. Ugh. Skip it to Beverly Hills Cop 3. I don't want to watch a movie about cops, really. Like, will I learn anything or gain anything about these films about police officers? Thank you for it does look aggressively blue today. It's because it's a little flat, so like the straighter it is, the more dense the color looks versus if I do this. Thank you. I do like my blue hair. I don't know why I ever go away from it. Clerks 3. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Clerks, I can recite that movie to you like verbatim. That is one of my favorite movies in the whole world. It's they're making a sequel to Hocus Pocus 2, and I know it's got all the original actresses and all this shit, but like, do we need to touch things that were perfect? I don't know. Oh, he's a cop that breaks the law? Well, I'm into that. I wonder if it's old, isn't it? It's like 90s. I can probably look it up and it's out there somewhere. I'll look it up. I'll try it out for you guys. Dude, Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for the resub, love. As much as I really don't like Eddie Murphy, the Beverly Hills Cop movies were fun at the time. I think he's a funny actor. I do kind of like him in a lot of the movies he's in. When he's like ridiculous, like Trading Places is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I love Clerks 2. I like Clerks 2 too. It's nothing like the first one, which I get why people were like, wait, what is this? But Clerks 2 is one of the most quotable movies, in my opinion, that has ever been written. Ever. Ever. It's just one-liner after one-liner after one-liner. Like, the first time I watched that movie, I'm pretty sure I just cried the whole time. The Bill and Ted sequel sucked. I hated it. That new Bill and Ted movie was so bad. Yeah, no, Clerks 2, you're thinking of, Dogma, which is, in my opinion, the best Kevin Smith movie. Dogma is a work of art, and unfortunately, it's owned by the Weinstein rape fucks. They won't give Kevin Smith rights to it, so it's impossible to hunt down, which sucks. You basically have to find it illegally. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Fuck me hard. I'm sorry, Jesus. Oh, God. It's just... Clerks 2 is so quotable. I miss my donkey. Less about cops, more of a vehicle for Eddie Murphy. I think Eddie Murphy, I mean, his older stuff is very funny. I don't know if he's a very good person. Although he did fuck Scary Spice and have a baby. George Carlin is the Cardinal. I mean, Buddy Christ, for fuck's sake. Selma Hayek. Is it Selma Hayek? Yeah, Selma Hayek. In that silk, this shit she was doing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. We all wanted to throw dollar bills on that stage. That shit was happening through the screen. I might have become 30% more gay because of that. I love you, Jesus. God. By the way, it's a Christian nerd masturbating to a donkey show. If you haven't seen Clerks 2, that is what I'm quoting. It's incredible. Alanis Morissette is God. Like, how? Duh. Oh my God. The Lord of the Rings. Yo, I made some Lord of the Rings nerd puke. Alanis Morissette, that was amazing. But as a young child watching that movie, like, it was all about Salma's titties in that silk satin pink little bra thing bouncing. That anti-gravity bullshit. It's just like, it's not fair. And Alan Rickman is the angel with no dick? I mean, it's Dogma, you guys. Kevin Smith. If we're going to celebrate anyone on Christmas, can it be Kevin Smith? You masturbate more than anyone on the planet. Everyone knows that. Tell me someone no one knows. When you do it, you think about guys. I love that scene so much. Marry Kevin Smith, miss. I'm all about it. Like, I don't know who Jesus is or Christ or any of those people, but Kevin Smith has definitely made me very happy in my life. Oh my God, Nim, that's fantastic. Asidious. Thank you so much for the tier 2 resub, you silly fucking.
Hail the dank lord.
Small dick married a hottie for a wife and has kids. His words, not mine. Wait, who? I'm just dead. Good morning, Mark. Don't forget to clean up the glass in your house. Oh, I know. Dead Kel, you know what is the best part to me? And I will say it anytime anyone brings up Kevin Smith having a heart attack. The only reason he survived the heart attack is because he was incredibly stoned. Literally, the amount of marijuana in his system kept his heart rate down so that the clot didn't kill him. It's the only reason he survived his heart attack. And now he's like vegan and really healthy. I'm really proud of him. Because he has a kid. Like, he needs... It's one thing, like, to say, fuck it, I don't care about my own life, but you need to stay alive for your kids. Like, it's not fair to us. Stop it. You really need to. If you step on glass, like, that was the first thing. Last night, Mark texted me, and he's like, I just got home from my mom's house and broke a glass. Like, something glass, and shattered it everywhere. And I was like, first thing this morning, I was like, Mark's gonna step on glass. Have you ever broken something? Like, I feel like if you break a glass jar or a cup or anything, wherever the point of the break was on the ground, it will be in the opposite end of the house, like the glass shards. I don't know what it is, but every time I've ever dropped something and broken something, it's like they can transport, they fly to all these dark corners. And, 3 years later, you step on a piece of mug and it's in the middle of your foot and you're like, what? And it says St. Jude's and you're like, no, I broke that 7 years ago. Glass is crazy. I've stepped on a lot of glass. Merry Christmas, Alan. Alan, dude, have you never heard the Sunscreen Song? If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. It's an amazing song. You should look it up. You should have donated, bitch. Is what that shard is saying. Glass teleports. I do know this. It has to. Because I've broken something in my kitchen, and then down the hall, 3 doors down, at the other end of the house, past many, many feet of carpet, it's been in my bedroom. And I'm like, okay. It's called the Sunscreen Song. No, dude, it's actually a pretty old song. It came out when Romeo and Juliet came out. If you ever watched Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, this really good song came out. It's literally just titled The Sunscreen Song. I think I'll get hit by DMCA if I play it for you guys, even though it's literally just this guy talking over music. I think I'll get smacked. But the song is so fucking good. The part of the song where the little adorable black child sings beautifully is in the Sunscreen Song. The brothers and sisters together will make it through. That part. That's in that, and they put it in that. So they came out around the same time. That's it. It's just like a splice up. I don't know what you would call that. Nah, dude, it's just a really old, like, for a while, people would play this song at every graduation ceremony ever because it's just incredible. It's literally a song of good advice. Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly. When Doves Cry, that song breaks my heart. That one and, oh my god, the one sang by a black woman with a beautiful voice. What is that song? From Romeo and Juliet. I gotta think of the name of the song, though. It's so good. Yes, Alan, absolutely. It's literally, it's a priest talking over some very chill music. So it's nothing that's gonna, like, blow your ears out or hurt you or anything. This is a song, Thank You, Kissing You. Kissing You makes me cry. Kissing You is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my entire life. I actually sang it for a concert one time when I was young and still doing opera lessons. And that song is so fucking, like, wrecks you. Kissing You. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, me too. I've always wanted to find lightning glass. I don't know if it's real. You think it is? It's literally called The Sunscreen Song. Knives just posted the link. I'll put it back in chat for you guys. It's in the washing room. I started my dishwasher out there and went on my merry way. When I came home, oh, it was the bowl resting on top of it, so it, like, shook off. Yeah. That's happened to me. My laundry machine shakes a lot, and I can't put anything on top of it because it'll be on the ground. Oh, thanks, Knives. I was just copying and pasting it, but thank you. Everyone's free to wear sunscreen. Is that really what it's called? Awesome. It's amazing. The long-term benefits have been proved by scientists, or is the rest of my advice, no basis, more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense that advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Or never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until it has faded. I could go on, but I'll get DMCA struck. I know the whole fucking thing by heart. It's sick, but it's really good. Great life advice. Literally still totally appropriate today. If trees could scream, would we be so cavalier about cutting them down? We might, if they screamed all the time for no good reason. I mean, there's those goats that faint, and we definitely do that on purpose. Dude, the whole song is just amazing advice like that. It's great. I wish I could play it. I'm just terrified that Twitch will shut me down. Oh yeah, I get it. I was quite fucked up in the 90s as well, but not on alcohol, thankfully. The whole world. I want to play it so bad. You think I'll get in trouble for the Sunscreen Song? Probably. Yeah, I'll probably get in trouble. Boo. It's real good, though. It is real. That's sick. Chief Green, thank you for that tier 2 resub, motherfucker.
And hail the Dank Lord. Take your joint, bitches.
Look in the... Okay, let's see. Oh, does it say it's licensed? It doesn't even have a description on this video. Where's the description? There is none. Just comments. Interesting. Oh, there it is. See, all of those words Sexcellent posted, you don't have to read them. They say, Katie will lose her career and have to go back to Johns Hopkins to unplug your grandmother who refuses to get vaccinated because autism. That's what it says. Otherwise, I'd totally play it. It's fantastic. But I'll get nicked. Clary, I hope you have a good day. Be safe. Ooh, I can picture in my mind a world without war, a world without hate, and I can picture us attacking that world because they'd never expect it. Ouch. Big ouch. Big ouch. Tits up, motherfuckers. There's no bra in the world that can do what posture can do for your titties. Seriously. Penis, shut the fuck up. Aw, Clary. Christmas is way more fun when there's kids around. We need to take a break, first break of the day, because it's that time. People will start getting pre-rolls, and you know how I feel about it. I need to pack a bowl anyways, so I will pack a bowl on break and run this stupid ad and get it out of the way. Because I have to. Oh my god, Crash! Okay, I will cheers you as soon as I get back. I hate when people get ads. You guys know how I feel about this. Hate it. But yeah, let's stand up and take a break real quick and stretch our beans, get some water or Christmas cookies or whatever the fuck you do. And I'm gonna take my dogs out to pee them and pack a bowl. And I will be back. But this is what I will leave you with, and then I want you to go listen to that Sunscreen Song. I'm gonna post it in chat one more time because you're gonna go listen to it and you're gonna like it. I swear to fuck. This is something I read recently, and it has haunted me for 2 weeks now. Draw a monster. Now, why is it a monster? And suddenly, everything hurts. I'll be right back. Ish. My chat refreshed itself, made me nervous. My internet better not be fucking acting up. I know, I like this part of the song. Anyways, welcome back. I just say good morning to Zach. He was like starting his show. I hadn't even seen him this morning. I was like, if you go live and don't say good morning or happy Christmas to me, we're breaking up immediately. I get one IRL Merry Christmas. Give it to me. What is this? Twitter? Oh god. What the fuck is that? Nightmare. Okay. All right. Okay. I hate it. Amazon's been acting up. Is it? Is my stream acting weird? I hope not. All right. Let's look at it. Hold on. I gotta go to the right scene. Oh, fuck my ass. Wrong. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta move shit. I gotta move stuff around every time you guys want me to look at a link. It's so exhausting. God, what a first world problem. Stream's fine. Okay, good. Okay. I was just making sure. Zach was going live and, you know, we don't have bad internet, but for some reason, Zach being live makes my shit just crap. I don't know. Who hurt them? Yeah, Kingers. So, people were talking about Inscription. which I have been playing, but I've been playing it on my own. So if I can figure out how to delete my game, I'd love to play Inscription with you guys. That game is fucking weird. It's fantastic. I love old internet. Old internet people had a different form of humor that was just
Right, basically.
like that. People were funny for the sake of being funny. They weren't like sometimes, you know, there's so much shit out there. It's so spliced up and edited and made perfect, and the cuts are comedy is half cuts, just like really good editing. Some of that shit was just gold. We were bored and we had new tools at our disposal, man. I mean, I still will laugh and cry watching that slithery snake, dude. I'm a snake. I'm a slither snake. It's like one of the oldest YouTube videos in existence, and it's fucking hilarious. Or it's just loud, or like, you know, vulgar equals funny. Like I got chapstick on my tooth. Vulgar has a place. Vulgarity is funny here and there. But just saying fuck all the time is not funny. Newgrounds was amazing, dude. I had dead skin on my lip. Dry weather. It destroys me. Lorelei Jade.
Merry Christmas, lover.
How you doing, honeybean? In my tight little butthole? Yeah, sure. As long as it's consensual. Oh my god, facts, yes. The magic of when your school got internet. Like, that was my era. We were too poor to have internet at home. Like, internet was pretty expensive to get it at your house. So when your school got internet, it was like the world opened up to you. I remember finding addictinggames.com and playing the stupidest games over and over and over for hours at a time. No more Oregon Trail. Dude, I haven't played Oregon Trail. The fact that that game is still coming out baffles me. We all played it so much. Like, how do you still want to do it? Dang, fries are done. I still say that literally every single time I eat french fries. I'm not kidding. Every fucking time. If I see a french fry, dang, fries are done. Every time. Every time. Addicting Games was everything, dude. I played this game on it where it was like two humps. You moved back and forth on either side and they just bounced a ball between them. And I was addicted. It was literally addicting. Do you say it out loud? I definitely say it out loud. Yep. Every time. Would you like an apple pie with that? Every time. Yeah. Just so you could run around and reduce the populations of animals in the West, not realizing at 7 that I was causing ecocide. So I didn't have Neopets. I also didn't have like Beanie Babies, but I was poor. Like, my mom, she just didn't want to buy into that stuff. What is this? Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas.
Nice tree.
You like?
Go,
I do,
Pikachu.
I like
Come out.
Everyone here likes my tree.
I'm gay.
Fohammer underscore 419 tipped $5. I want Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars to eat me out because I'm sure that their tongue is so long that they could touch my eyes with it while eating my holes. The pillow talk afterward would be incredible with things like Misa gave you so many Gungan cummies.
I was so hoping there'd be a Misa joke. God damn it. What? That's just beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Zoe. God bless. Merry Christmas. Kyla, I never had any of them. My mom, like, I didn't. I didn't know I was poor. Poor is like a realization later. My mom would say like, "We're not gonna buy into that fad." That was like everything like Beanie Babies, Pogs, Neopets, Tamagotchis, every like popular thing that came out when I was a kid that was a toy. We're not gonna buy into that. That was what she would say. We're not buying into this fad. And so I would be like, "Oh yeah, of course. Like, why would I want to buy into that fad?" But really, we were just desperately poor. Like, she couldn't afford to buy us toys, so we had sticks and things. Which is why to this day I still glue sticks together when I'm bored. Okay. Cheer. I ground up, just in case you guys are wondering, I ground up new weed. Animal cookies. Perfect. I had the original Digimon game. It was the boys Tamagotchi. I never like. We just didn't. I just no, nope. I love hot glue. Oh, by the way, no, I made the wrapping paper. It's just black crepe paper. Wrapping paper is a ripoff. It's a complete scam. It's the cheapest, shittiest paper in existence. Like, it's garbage. And wrapping presents has been a bane of my existence because of that paper. And ever since I stopped buying into the Garbo paper and bought like crepe paper, which is insanely higher quality and way cheaper, I like wrapping paper. So I wrap them and then I used a hot glue gun and decorated them with spider webs myself because I am far too extra for this world. And I like people to feel bad when they rip open presents. Make it the art and then give them the shame. Merry Christmas, bitch. Cheers. Gamer, that's pretty cool. So here's the thing. So I'll show you my whole. This is my whole Yule celebration I've invented for myself because I'm alone. And this is what we do. I hope so. So yesterday, I was feeling real fucking sad. Um, I'm just tired of COVID and not seeing my sisters or my family. I'm trapped. I haven't traveled. I'm alone. Zach hates Christmas. So I'm like the only gleaming joy thing walking in the house. And I like did my makeup and got ready to stream and then just cried for 2 hours because that's what we're going to do. So I didn't stream. Yeah, I did this instead. I made a tree. I made my own Christmas tree because I didn't have one and I was sad. Um, but it's got resin skulls that have teeth in them with their jaws sewn shut. And then I've got coins from every country I've ever traveled to hanging all over it. And I used the hot glue gun to do like the spider web nonsense. This was a pain. This took hours. This was a pain in the dick. I should not have done it. And then there's rune stones in it, and a couple gravestones I put in the bottom just because it's funny. But because wrapping paper is such a goddamn waste of everything, like wrapping presents is a waste of your time. People are just going to tear it up and never think of your wrapping ever again. What I'm going to do is once this is all torn up because it's just crepe, it's like nice crepe paper, is I'm going to stuff this bitch with all the paper and I'm going to cover it in lighter fluid and set it on fucking fire tonight and watch it burn. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna do a video. I'd stream it if I could. I just have no idea. There's no USB cable long enough to get outside for my computer. But I'll do pictures and stuff, don't worry. Ollie, thank you for that resub, love. It's a Twitch baby. Oh my god.
Christmas dinner's gonna be tasty, bitch.
You're so creative when sad. It's definitely an outlet. Being creative, it's a super outlet for me because it takes up most of my brain. Like, it's one of the few activities, like painting or creating something, is one of the few things I can do in my life that takes up enough space that I'm not overthinking on top of whatever I'm doing. Whereas most of the time, like, whatever I'm doing, there's always another conversation happening in my head. Like, in this, oh, wait, please, no, not today, not in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have, like, this constant. So I build, but I don't have, literally, I don't have any more tarantula enclosures to build. Like, I don't have any to do. And I was desperate yesterday. I was like, I need to do something, otherwise I'm just gonna cry all day. So I did that. But it's pretty cool. I made everything. The skulls are made from resin, the runes. It's cool. It'll be way more cool when it's on fire. Cause the hot glue and everything on it is so I made this so it's like a bomb. Like, it's the most flammable thing in the house right now. It's gonna be great. I'm very much a pyro. I love fire. Like, even as a child. Mark, don't. No, that's why I wouldn't have ever told. I would never, like, I'm not one of those people that wants to bring other people down with me. I would never do that to somebody. Like, I revel in watching other people have a good time, even when I'm sad. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm sad, so you're gonna be sad. Fuck you and your good time. No, I don't do that. Will the resin burn? The resin will melt. Resin does burn and melt at a certain temperature. It has to be pretty fucking high. It probably won't disintegrate. It'll probably be like melting balls of, goo at the end, but I don't care. It's still gonna be cool. Yeah. The skulls have human teeth inside of them, and I sewed their jaws shut. Go have your good time, but also don't solicit me to have your good time. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. Absolutely. Hydrate before you die straight, motherfuckers. Absolutely, Phoenix. 100%. It's a compensation thing. Sit up straight and drink water. Nothing can do what posture can do for your boobs. No bra. It's amazing. Treevenge? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, no. That's the thing, like, I don't know. Like, has anyone ever truly, like, cheered you up when you're really sad? I feel like when people try to cheer me up, I fake it for their sake. I'm like, oh man, I just want you to feel better. I feel good. Like, it's just in you, and you gotta get through it. It's kind of like popping a bad zit. You gotta pop it. Like, there's nothing or anyone, and that's nothing to anyone in your life personal, but there's like nothing outward that's gonna fix what's going on the inside. You just kind of have to like get over it, I guess. And maybe that's just me. Pee on the ashes. They probably would. I don't think they've ever seen fire. It'll be interesting. Is the only thing straight. This is true. Sitting up straight is the only thing straight we do. And even that I'm bad at. Like, I'm constantly, I don't know if you guys, I should really, like, count it one time. How many times I readjust my legs and re-crisscross my legs during a stream? I don't even know. Kindness and warmth aren't the same thing. They're not. And a lot of people, like, they want to help you, but when you're sad or depressed, it makes you feel worse because if any of you have ever had depression or sadness to that like dark level, when people go, well, what can I do for you? All I want to do is help you. Now you've got the guilt of you don't know what to tell them to do for you. So it's like exponential, which is why a lot of people, when you get sad, you kind of just recoil and pull into a hole because it's not anyone's fault, but anything they could say could just make you go worse. And you know it. It's just your brain being stupid. So I tend to crawl in a hole and just wait for it to be over. That moment, your 4-month-old claims that the plush snake you bought from the reptarium and cries if you take it from her. Oh, my heart. Oh, that's precious. When I've been really sad has helped me forget I'm sad for a time, and I'm never cheered up during whatever they're distracting me with, just distracted until it's over. My D&D group after my dad passed, like, quadruple the amount of D&D we were playing to help distract me. That is really nice. Because honestly, like, with pain like that, especially when you're dealing with grieving and loss of someone, the only thing that heals it is time. So you can wallow or you can distract yourself, which is usually what I do with art. I create shit. That's how I distract myself. Like, all my reptile enclosures and tarantula enclosures, all the really extra looking ones were from very bad days. What can I do for you? Sorry, I'm physically hurting in the chest. Be right with you. Yeah. Like, it's hard. But you don't want to make anyone feel bad for wanting to help you. Like, why would you ever want to do that? Like, how horrible would that feel? It's such a terrible place to be. Dark brains are the worst. Oh my god, Sean, imagine trying, though. So you know how some people, when they hug you, you just feel good? It's like a cookie out of the oven. You don't? I had a now former friend who got mad at me for being depressed and not telling her what I wanted to feel better. I've literally had people break up with me over that. Like, well, I just can't help you. And I'm like, okay, did I ask for help? I don't remember asking, you dumb whore. Ashley, should we cheers? Where's my bong? I deal with grief by drinking. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I will come for you. Oh, Ashley, boo. I'm sorry. The people who are around which not try to fix anything. Yep. The people that will just like lean on you and hold you and just be there. Those are rare though, because that takes a strong person just to like be in the midst of that darkness and not absorb it or not get sad from it. That takes a very strong person. Waiting for your mom to arrive. Do you smoke with your mom? I sleep when depression kicks in. I wish. I don't think anything makes me sleep. Alcohol. Alcohol makes me sleepy. I don't know if I actually sleep, but I think I close my eyes and, check out. Cheers. Aw, Cream, that's super cool, though. Why the fuck would they call the cops on you for smoking out a window? Are they that nosy, like that level? Because Jesus. Like, I mean, for real, a cop can't do anything for you smelling like marijuana. Like, unless you have the amount in your house that's like a kingpin. White people. You're right, though. Please don't drink. And I'm like, Mom, I quit drinking. I just smoke. We say this. Dude, my mom still offers me drinks. I haven't drank in years. Every time I go home, do you want a glass of wine? And I'm like, no. And I go on the porch to smoke a blunt, and they make me feel shitty. A warrant search. No. I know they can search you, but you can't, like, unless you have, like, a bundle of marijuana in your home. They can't arrest you for smelling like weed. Oh, Kyla, don't cheers at work. That would be terrible. Axe, I wish. I wish playing music did that for me. Listening to music, if I get music loud enough, I can shut my brain off. It's just shitty people. Like, I believe that. Like, I've never in my life called the cops. If I have a problem with my neighbor, I go over to my neighbor and tell him I have a problem with them. And if the problem is so stupid that I don't know how to approach them, then I realize my problem was that stupid. I don't call the cops. Like, my neighbor smells like a skunk. That is the dumbest thing you could... What? Actually, same. Like, every time I go home to visit, I stop at a weed store and get some weed. My mom's like, "Do you need that when you're with your family?" I'm like, "I need it every day to function." And then if I don't smoke around her, she's like, "Why are you so grumpy?" And I'm like, "Bitch, can we not? Can we not ask questions obvious? Just to function. It's literally to keep me from wanting to rip your head off." Sorry. Weed supplanted booze in my life almost completely. Rarely I get my drink on and I manage to limit my consumption. Dude, that's me exactly. Like, once I moved to a legal state where I seriously just had no need to drink at all because it's completely recreationally legal. Like, you can smoke outside the bar. What the fuck is the point? Like, alcohol literally just makes me feel like shit. And that's end of story. I love to drink a nice glass of wine, mind you, but that's totally different from drinking. I try to explain to my mom that it's meds for me. Like, damn, you want to believe in the Bible? Hey, it's a damn plant. My mom thinks that's like a conspiracy, that it's medicine. She's like, they just call it that so they can have it. I'm like, okay. Ollie, you should pack a bowl first. I have to call my family today, too. Gaming, Twitch, and music. Yeah. For me, it's like art and music mostly. Those are my really escape my brain kind of days, which are cool. Happy Christmas, Water Tiger. How are you? What is this? Just eat a cookie and reflect on this. This is a conversation, or I guess this is just a quote by Keanu Reeves. I'm at that stage in my life where I keep myself out of arguments. Even if you tell me 1 + 1 is 5, you're absolutely correct. Enjoy. I'm kind of at that point too. I've hit it. Guess who got another Godzilla figure in the mail? The answer is me. Is that your Christmas present to yourself? If weed isn't medicine, alcoholism isn't a disease. Yeah, like, the argument isn't even there for alcohol versus weed. It's just not there. Weed can't kill you. Like, they have yet to push it to the point.
I'm gay.
Fohammer_419 tipped $5. CK, I left out a warm glass of puss milk for cat girl Santa, but she didn't breed me with her spiny moist pre-cum covered cat dong and turn me into a brainless cat girl for capitalismus with a collar, butt plug tail, and cute ears, and now I'm sad you.
Help!
Oh, fuck. I think I just literally went through every, like, feeling I could feel in, like, 2 seconds just then. Puss milk. Eh. How dare you? Phoebe, how are you, honey? Merry Christmas. Sorry, who does those? Because I'm not around enough to be sure. It's Faux Hammer a la Zoe, one of my soul sisters of life. She's a poet.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Seriously, she writes these beautiful diatribes for us, and I love her. Mary Chrysler Mel. Anna got me a dope weed basket from Apothecary and a framed picture of her in Viagra shorts. Stop it. Oh my god, you win. No, about the sad Keanu meme? No, what did he say about it? Spaz. Thank you for the resub, Merry Crimbus, lover. My plans got nuked by being safe. Had a ton of coworkers pop positive. Oh, shit. Oh. You know what, though? I'm in the same boat, and it sucks, and it's the saddest thing in the world, but it's the mature thing to do. I know. It's being a mature person fucking sucks, especially when you see all of these other people out there just going about their day, not giving a fuck about you and I and whether or not we're sick. Like, it's really hard because you feel like, am I doing something wrong? Yeah. I threw a tantrum yesterday. I cried a lot just sitting at my desk alone. It was very pathetic. I did it too. I've thrown tantrums, man. I do it. I just won't do it like at the expense of other people. I feel you. I'm here with you. I get it. It's real. I mean, I don't need to tell you, Spaz, like half the world is still pretending this shit is not happening. And like I retweet stuff from Neuro every day. Like half the world is trying to spread some bullshit that this new COVID variant is it mated with the flu virus or the cold virus or something stupid. Like happy holidays, monkey Jesus. How are you, love? You know, sometimes it's like popping is it. Sometimes you just gotta have a meltdown and have a good cry. It's just you got to do it. My office just sent another exposure email that someone got tested positive. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I got a notice from my iPhone that I was in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID, but the day they claimed it happened, I hadn't left the house except to go to my friends. Oh, you got lucky. Virus sex. Like, what the fuck? Neuro's amazing. I like him because he's like me. I'm not like tooting my own horn. He's way smarter. He is a neurosurgeon who works at the CDC. Much more education than mine. But I like a person who's down to earth and knowledgeable. You know what I mean? He's not full of himself. He doesn't feel like he needs to put on an air of like I'm cool and he's like I'm gay. This is my hot fucking husband. Check out my guns. Also, COVID didn't fuck the cold virus. I love that. I love that he's just real and he says the truth. And that shit is like amazing. Yes, Ollie, exactly. It's really hard to look at the world and realize I'm the sane one. I've never been the sane one before. My depression, lizard brain, always making me feel like I'm the outsider. Yes, same. Yep. I wish I could have a good cry. Facts. Have you seen the new movie Encanto on Disney? Because that made me cry. It popped the pimple. Oh, I know. Dead Cal. It's crazy. Oh, it's insane. Grown adults throwing temper tantrums in public. Now, it's one thing to sit in your house and have a little tantrum. That is what it's for. This is your safe space. You're allowed to get on the ground and pound your fists and cry and poop and do whatever you need to do. It's your home. But you don't do that at a restaurant get aimed at other humans. You know? Oh, I know. They're so fucking hot. I know. I hate it and love it. Ooh. It's just hard fried hot dogs and potatoes with some onion. Dude, childhood shit is real. I totally get it. Totally get it. Quote from Lemmy Kilmiser. A boy once asked me if I get hangovers. I told him you have to stop drinking to get a hangover. That is facts, though. I think young people do get hangovers. Like, everyone's like, oh, I only started getting hangovers at 30. No, bitch. You just stopped drinking at 30. The key is, the next morning you keep going. Requiem for a Dream doesn't make me cry. It just fucks me up. Really? Oh, facts. Oh, I know. I have a lot of brothers. Like, all my brothers are that. Very macho, but they're all extremely sensitive, and I see them struggle with it a lot. I didn't cry until I was 28, I think. For real. Not one. Not a tear. Not even when the horse stepped on my face. Not a tear. Not a cry until I was about 28. And my Nana died. And that. I couldn't speak at her funeral. Like, I could not function at her funeral. I remember people would come up to me and be like, oh, we're so sorry. I'd just be like, and just, and it was like the faucets opened. And now I just cry all the time. Ooh, was trying out a game I got from Winter Sale. Which game? Excuse me. We're gonna be I'm gonna play some Inscription here. We gotta do another break. I figured I'd just wait because I talk too much. Of course, it's a cool game though because this is a game where I don't have to pay attention. Like it just doesn't go unless I click, so I can talk to chat, which is nice. Those are my favorite games. Jump Force, an anime crossover fighting game. Was it good or nah? Thank you, Artemis Ghoul. Wait, I can't see your whole name. Why? Twitch, let me see that. Let me see that list, bitch. Give it to me. Artemis Ghoul, thank you for that follow. I was one. Are you a Ghost fan? Oh, was it not good? Oh, seemed about 5 minutes of the game. Seemed cool, and the game was a lot of fun. I love fighting games. Only con was only English sub. Oh. That's kind of hard to play a fighting game with subs. That's kind of a bummer. Inscription's real fun. I've only played it a little bit, like the past couple days I kind of fucked around with it, but figured it'd be fun to play on stream because it's really fucking creepy. It's called Inscription. And I just have to show it to you. If I say card game, you'll think Hearthstone, and that's not what it is. There's no subs. Oh, that's nice. Just cinematics. Cool. I mean, so that's the only problem, really? Jump Force is closing its online services. No more PvP? What? Why? Hello. The characters look like they're on crack. Oh, that's fantastic. My dad passed away and it made me numb for a long time, 5 years, and then I found D&D and actually felt something. Oh, that's awesome though. And therapy. I mean, therapy helps a lot, definitely. Yeah, I didn't cry when my dad died when I was 7, and I don't know if that had anything to do with me not crying, but I just never reached a level of emotion to cry. I don't remember like I don't remember like fighting off crying or anything, but you know, I just didn't. I remember like when my dad died, I actually like went to the funeral and tried to fake cry. I was 7. Imagine what that sounded like. Because everybody was crying. And I was like, I guess I should cry. Then Katie was sent to therapy. Louie, Merry Christmas. It's a fun game, like Liza said. It's just crossover games are just very hard to do. Really, the only one that ever did was Marvel vs. Capcom. And Smash. I love Smash. Smash will never go away, I don't think so. Yes, ma'am? She's on my headphone cord. Damn. We need a break. Do you... Hi, baby. This is my poodle. She likes hugging. Don't lick my mouth. Not the mouth. I love you, but you lick your cooch. Needy poodle is needy poodle. This dog, though, look at those feet, my dudes. Look at that. Look at that foot. This is what I'm saying when my dog punches me in the face. It feels like I'm being punched in the face. Strahd, thank you so much for the resub, love. I'm trying to get close to my monitor, but she's in my way. Thank you. I mean, Zoe, but your cooch is like lovely and clean. It's not caked in dust and dirt and pussy juices from God knows how long. Like, I love having a big dog, like, especially because my big dogs think they're little dogs, and they do this. They want to, like, be on your lap and snuggle all the time. I dig it. Oh, have you seen it yet, Monkey? It's so cool. I've only played a little bit, but I'm excited. Um St. Bernards. Oh, I love them. Oh my god, Eliza. I was just telling, we went over to, Rock Your Socks is one of, Zach's mods and friends. We got to go over to her house and meet her and her fiance the other night for dinner. And, ma'am, um, her fiance, partner, she used to work for a dog rescue. And I was, like, telling her about Queen Jake, of course. I was like, "Oh, Queen Jake was a bait dog." They knew exactly what a bait dog was, and we were talking about that forever, but I was telling them all about Queen Jake, and they were so excited about how wonderful Queen Jake is now. I like not having to worry about crushing my dog. Me too. Bissy sent the nice neighbor lady a Christmas present. Oh, bless. We'd all lick our cooch if we were flexible enough. I don't know, man. Probably. If it was always a thing and, like, everybody could do it, probably. Probably. Queen Jake has destroyed 2 of his Christmas toys. Oh, cute. Oh, did you beat it? Don't tell me. Okay, let's take a quick break. Stretch your dicks. I want to get the ad out of the way. I fucking hate when a pre-roll runs during gameplay. Like, it's so stupid. And then I shall show you Inscription. It's quite fun. And very creepy. Like, super creepy. Sean is my meme lord too. Dude, he sends half the TikToks. I love you and Sean. You and Sean send me all the TikToks I need to the point that I don't need a TikTok. You're my heroes. Thank you. Okay. Yep, that's it. Break. I was trying to think if there was anything else I needed to say. I don't think so. Don't forget, we're doing a charity on New Year's Eve for the American Cancer Society. We do have a Discord channel already that Gluttony made for us, bless his heart, where you guys can put incentive suggestions for, like, you know, if we raise $500, Katie poops in a bag while she plays games, $1,000, shaves the neighbor while he's sleeping, like, whatever you guys want. Throw them in there. The actual people working for the American Cancer Society will be in the Discord in the next couple days looking through your suggestions and talking to you guys. So don't forget about those, and don't forget about the Discord. But other than that, I don't think I have anything. No. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, whatever the hell you're doing. And if it's not, thanks for hanging with me. That's it. I will not shave my head for less than $1 million. Just FYI, don't waste your typing power unless you got a mill. A nice coal mill. Because that's it. I'll be back. Sorry. My light moved. I had to move it back. Got him. Oh. I'm stuck. It's happened. I've become stuck in my chair. Merry fucking Christmas, Kill. I hope it's been wonderful with you and your babies. That dog hair stuck to my headphone. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Oh my god, Phoenix. I saw the funniest meme the other day. It said, fuck shopping for others. Surprise yourself on Christmas. Ambien and Amazon. It was pretty good. I had a good giggle. I've never taken Ambien, but I have a lot of friends who take it to sleep, and they've told me some wild stories. Oh, did you? Oh no, I haven't opened up Discord this morning. No, I was trying to finish up my Santa stuff this morning because I'm too extra to do anything basic. So I haven't looked at anything yet, but I will. I'm excited. Are they real cute? They're probably so cute. Kids are so cute on the holidays. Do your kids still believe in Santa? Oh, I know. Penis. I would never. Never. Really, Pendragon? And that's some people say they don't get any like cool experiences, but my friend Pinky has literally like gone on walks in the woods in the middle of the night and shit, and I've heard of people getting married on it and like it's some wild shit. Shall we try out Inscription? It's pretty creepy. It's I mean, it's chill. You know, it's like one of those games that's no pressure. I like those kind of games because I don't like missing chat. You guys are more interesting to me than the game. Always will be. Oh, I already changed the game category. Katie, you're on it. Excellent. Excellent. She did it. All right. I got to figure out how to delete my game though, because I just started it, but I'd like you guys to see it from the beginning because it's pretty fucking creepy. Capture card. Don't sass me today. Is it not going to work again? Don't do it. Why? God damn it. It's every day. Should I just go unplug it and plug it? That's what happened. That's what like made it work last time. I didn't do anything other than that. I'm going to try it. I'll be right back. In the moment. Dude, seriously, like I tell you. Oh, I love technology. That's a lie. It just doesn't make sense. I don't do anything different. Nothing's happened. It just doesn't make sense. Dude, Pyro, I'd kill for it. But like none of it makes sense. Like the person I hired, it would be like a health hazard for them because they'd be like, "Wait, but nothing makes sense when it's broken." And I'd be like, "No, I know." I need to hire someone who already had 40 years in IT just because those are the only people that also understand that sometimes you do nothing and it's fixed. And you just have to walk away and be like, "Yeah, I fixed it." Technology. I hate it. We hate it. All right. Let's see if we can delete our game. Elgato is fickle as fuck. I love the camera, however. This new cam is an Elgato cam, and this has been a lifesaver. So is he not? Like purity in incarnate. I love him so much. I wish everyone stayed so true to what they love. You know, like that kid doesn't care what you think about Komodo dragons. He doesn't know, like there is not a care in the world other than that he loves them. He loves them. Even though they want to eat him, he loves them. And that is just pure. And I love it. Basically. It's true. Kids have to have these moments. Otherwise, we would all, you know, we'd eat our children. I mean, it's just truth. Has been instilled with nerd culture by his cool uncle? Hell yes. I'm the cool aunt that gets all my nieces watercolor kits for Christmas. Their parents hate me, but my nieces love me. Oh, dude, the wax. So this is, if you're wondering, it is called Unnamed. Wow, it really doesn't have its name on the bottom. No, wait. Oh, there. Full Metal Cherry. I know, right, Strahd? And like, he wants to hug a murder machine, like literally one of the last living dragons. And this little shit, I swear to God, he was thankful as fuck because I got him the OG 1989 Batmobile. Oh my God, instead of the stupid Dark Knight one. I think my heart just vomited. Oh, that's beautiful. I still have passion like that for my animals and stuff, but I feel like as an adult, because people make you feel bad about feeling that way about things, they're like, other kids, ew, you like reptiles? Gross. You must be gross. Aren't reptiles slimy? By the way, there's not one slimy reptile in the world. I don't know where the fuck people came up with this concept that reptiles are slimy. No. What? No. They crush your love, and so as an adult, we have to like try harder to feel the same joy from it because someone crushed it. Just crushed it. I hope no one touches that child's love. I really hope. My friend got my daughter a pooping turtle that poops hydrophobic sand and repeats you when you talk to it.
Scary clown says run away.
Absolutely not. Why? What? BM Holla, as an adult, no one asked you what your second favorite dinosaur is, and that's kind of depressing. Speaking of, I did purchase for myself the new Jurassic Park game, and it's really fun. And teaches you a lot about dinosaurs if you care. My third favorite dino would probably be a stego. Yeah. I love them. Yep, the builder. I like it though, because like you can literally go into these menus and they will tell you everything about every dinosaur. Like everything. Where the bones were first found in the world, like all the real facts. It's pretty cool. I love games like that. Games that are like sideline educational. I guess it was a stego. Stego's a solid third choice. It's really hard to have a stego first and second because they're pretty benign, neutral dumbasses. Um, but they got to be top 5 at least. Who the fuck didn't fall in love with Spike? Who wasn't even a stego, but I think we all thought he was. Ooh, Triceratops, stego, pterodactyl. Pterodactyl's definitely in my top 5. They are horrific creatures. They were huge and so scary. Did you know that alligators are more closely related to chickens than they are to snakes? Fun facts. What? Wait. One of Ryan's cousins asked why I invited the devil's seed into my home. It's funny. People are like terrified of snakes. It's a pretty common fear. And people associate them with evil and like, the garden. But they are the ancient symbol on every hospital you've ever attended, you've ever gone to in the worst moments of your life. There's a snake on it. Think about that for a minute. I thought Spike wasn't a stego. I thought he was a I can't pronounce it. It starts with an O, I think. I thought he wasn't a stego. Like we all thought he was, but he wasn't actually a stego. I might be totally wrong. I haven't seen that movie in forever because tree stars make me cry. Sean knows. Hello, Helix. How are you, love? Dilophosaur is definitely in top 5. Yeah. I'm gonna say everything's in my top 5. I like all dinosaurs. Carnotaurus is terrifying. Is Carnotaurus the one with the bull horns? That was the one that they like didn't. They like put its skeleton together wrong first, I think. Right? That one was really fascinating. They put its skeleton together totally wrong, and they thought they had some other kind of like T-Rex or something. And then when they figured it out, it had little bull horns. Yeah, those are metal. I think they're bigger than T-Rex, aren't they? Or about on par. I am gonna take a break. I know I'm terrible at this. We do, because otherwise you'll get ads, and I hate ads. Slightly smaller, yeah. My favorite is the Pachycephalosaurus. Oh, I love Pachy's. The head butters are so cute. Yeah. I think they're smaller, but not too much. They're still like they're still considered a massive dinosaur, right? They're not like there's raptors, which were like they're big, but not. And then there's T-Rex. I don't know. Do we really know anything? God put him there to test us, didn't he? Sorry, I blacked out. Iguanodons are really cool. Those are pretty recent. Like they've looked at genetics of like the iguanodon and how closely related they are to the animals on Galapagos. I'm sure you know this. It's pretty crazy. Like like if you have any interest in animals whatsoever, I'm sure you've heard of the Galapagos Islands and what a miracle of psychotic forced evolution, because it's such a tiny little microenvironment, and they have a lot. There's a lot of animals there that just have ancient genetics, ancient genes, that really haven't gone in much further than prehistoric era, which is wild. Quetzalcoatlus? What is that? Quetzalcoatlus? What is that? Is it like a big snake or a dragon? Hey, play Ark. Do it. Get it. The furry T-Rex. I like that guy too. I can't pronounce. That's one of the ones I can't pronounce. That's in the game. I can't pronounce that word. Chelsea, thank you for the resub and Merry fucking Christmas.
For a whole year, bitch. Oh, there's a hair on the mic and it itched my nose. Bitch.
It's a giraffe-sized pterodon. Ooh. I'm a human giraffe. It's facts. He was so hyped. I mean, it's like me trying to take a picture of my dogs. Just doesn't happen. 28-foot wingspan. Can you imagine how beautiful that would be in the skies? It's like whales in the sky. We would have killed them. My favorite dinosaur is T-Rex, which might be boring as fuck. No, that's my number one as a T-Rex. But I relate. Fat ass, tiny arms, big mouth, way more intimidating than they actually are. I get it. T-Rex, I get it. Sometimes you're just hated for the size of your head or your ass. I'm right there with you, Gek. It's basic as fuck, but it's my favorite. I love them. I love them. I get it. I too have stubby, weak little arms and big ass, big mouth, big head. Unnecessarily large. Ugh. All right. Let's actually take a break. See, that's the only difference. I don't eat a lot. Like, I can barely eat. My stomach's the size of a pea. It's stupid. I feel like a T-Rex all day, every day. Dude, get it. They're awesome. Wow. It really is, like, literally the size of a giraffe. Holy dick tits. That might be my new top 10. How do you say that word? It doesn't say how to say it. I'm assuming it's Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus. I'm assuming. It's usually how those words are. It's like the ket. Yeah. Quetzalcoatlus. Oh my god, I said it right. Holy shit. Squeaky, thank you. Thank you, Corvus. There's a really cool dog. That's the Mexican hairless dog, and it starts with that Quetzalcoatl, and it's like Ke. That's the only reason I know what that sound is. Would be bad for traffic. The wingspan? I mean, only if we're in the sky. You'd have an angry T-Rex if you couldn't scratch the itch on your nose. Dude, you have no idea how many times I have ballooed my back up and down the walls in my house. Like, literally, like, ugh, because I can't reach shit. Was changed to forest, and you could go into them, and the deeper you went into the forest ocean, the bigger and more aggressive animals became. Like, you'd be in the heart of the ocean, there would be a massive deer. Dude, that would be so cool. I love when people twist reality like that. A back scratcher? You mean the corners in my walls? Excellent. Yes. Same. Yes. I'm all legs. I wish my arms were long, but they're not. I got stubby arms and long legs. I'm just legs. I think I should have come out just legs. I have used a stick, but like if you're just walking around the house, like there's walls and corners everywhere. Why hunt down a back scratcher? It's right there, and I can keep on the move. Oh, Viata. That's pretty wonderful. Let's check. I could be. It's facts. All right, really break. About 2/3 of snakes lay eggs, but the other 1/3 give live birth. I know. I own a live birthing snake, and I don't want it to ever give birth because it's so gross. It's the only time you'll get a slimy reptile. Live birth. Yuck. Break. Stand up. Stretch your dicks. Love Komodo dragons. And I'm going to get a drink because I am so thirsty and I already drank all my water. Here we are. And then we'll continue more of this fucking psychotic game. It gets so much weirder, I swear. Like, we have not tickled the taint, China, of this. Dude, so I don't want to get too real, but to me, Kill, babies never felt slimy because that white shit is tacky. It's more like makeup primer all over a fetus. You know the white stuff I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. The white shit. It's like thick and tacky. I was the one that had to wipe it off the babies. The rest of them slimy for sure. But that thick white shit is like... I don't know. I just get it off the babies. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Oh man, I wish this was me singing. Jesus Christ. In no way, hell. That is the wonderful Ashley Barrett singing. I wish. I'd steal her voice if I could. What is that? What is that, though? What is that, though? That's an extinct animal that looks like the Chupacabra legend of terrifying old. That's so scary. Wow. Jesus dicks. No, thank you. I mean, I'd hit it, but like, kind of looks like Zach. That's fucking cool. A G Blackie. What was the first word? I'm just curious. Blackie seems terrible naming. Almost as bad as my scorpion. Somebody gotta hit it. Gigantopithecus? Wow. Gigantopithecus Blackie. I'm assuming it was probably black like a gorilla. I don't know. How do they even... Like, it's fascinating to me that they can guess the colors of dinosaurs and things. I did? Yes. Trap. I hope you have a beautiful day, Honeybean. Be gentle to your vocal cords. Drink water. If I could take that voice, I might. If I could, like, you know, Ursula into a shell and steal it, maybe. My voice is so much gravelier. And not her voice. I mean, I'm not hating on myself. Her voice is crystal. Like, Ashley Barrett has one of the most crystal clear voices and pitch perfect voices I've ever heard in my life. Ever. I love, you know, you can buy a little tube of Vanta Black. I kind of want to get it. It's kind of expensive, but just to fuck with it and see, like, how black it is. Like, I can't like, I have black paint that's pretty fucking black, you know? Like, I can't conceptualize this Vanta, but you can buy it now. I've thought about it. I try not to buy myself anything around Christmas, though. It's time for giving. Shall we cheers? Sluts. It could pull trees out of the ground and toss cards and run. Well, it wouldn't even have to run you down. It probably, like, frolics you down. You know, you're sprinting. Oh, thank you. I don't hate my voice. It's just, I would never, like, I will never be that. Courtney LaPlante has a gorgeous voice. Oh man, Gek. I got in a little bit of an argument with someone recently because I played her for them, and he was like, oh, she's using a pedal for that growl. And I was like, hold on. And I pulled up, like, the newer version of her doing it, like, you know, raw right in front of a mic. She's like, we're going to sing and we're going to scream and we're going to sing a little. It's a really good video if you find it. And he was like, yeah, she's using a pedal. And I was like, bitch, are we going to fucking throw down right now? I have been in fights and I have not lost one. Let's fucking go. I was about to throw down. I don't even know this woman. I love her, but I don't know her. Anyways, back to the terrifying game Inscription. Even sounds scary. Welcome back, bitches. Mickey, that was an insanely kind message, and I choked and literally had to go stop myself. Thank you for being wonderful. You're never mean or, well, evil, arguable. It's fine. It was such a wonderful, wonderful thing to say. Thank you. Emotions, man, they're the worst. If somebody asked me to name a person online that calms me down or makes me feel like the world isn't shitty, I would name you every time. Thank you. You're a person I would hang out with daily if I knew you in person. Oh. Thank you. Make things okay. That's what I try, man. I really do strive for that. So that means a lot to me. Thank you. It is a chilly bitch, so I'm gonna keep my head warm for a minute. Thank you. And thank you for that follow. Welcome. Mr. Robot Trad, I really like your name. And Cryptic Cuddles, your names are great. Thank you. I know, right? Doesn't it suck that you meet these people you love and they're like across the world? It's like the blessing and the curse of the internet, right? I love arguing with you, Mickey, though, because you're not a dick. Like, arguing with someone who just likes... I mean, that's me to a T. Devil's advocate, whatever you want to call it. I like to just play the opposite side and work out the conversation. It's fun to have the conversation if two parties can be nice. You know. No, Crash. I definitely wear shorts most of the time. I've adjusted. Like, you adjust to the cold so fast? I do anyways. Good arguments, like, where you can just, like, wipe your hands of it afterwards and walk away and you just had a good conversation with someone. Those are my favorite. But some people, like, you know, there's people who, like, get real serious about it and they take it too personally and they don't understand, like, oh, no. I'm not arguing this because I believe in it. I just want to have the conversation. It's fun. My bad. Didn't mean to, like, fucking throw you off there. I absolutely blame my embarrassment and inability to accept kindness on my neurodivergence. Feel free to do the same. Oh, I'll do. Okay. It's that. Should we open this safe? With paying for arguments was a great idea. I don't want to pay someone for it. I just want people that I can talk to without them taking things personally so much. Or, like, reading into my tone of my voice or something, you know? Like, I just don't do that. I'm just talking. I will say what I mean. I don't work around words and shit like that, you know? But that's just me. To each their own. That's true. This is true. I just don't want to pay anyone for it. I'm cheap. Let's open this safe. Go full screen for this one. So, like, say you want to borrow for a home. And the average home in my area is, like, insane. Because I live 30 minutes south of Boulder. So if I go, like, 1 mile up the road, the houses hit millions of dollars. But say you wanted to get a house for $300,000. And you saved up $20,000 as a down payment, which is a lot of money. I mean, that would take the average person a lot of time to accumulate that amount of money in a savings account and not be, like, forking over half of it in taxes by the end of the year and shit like that, right? So what our country does is the bigger the down payment you have for the house. So say you're buying a $300,000 house and you have $200,000, you'll get, like, a really good credit. You'll get a really good interest rating on it. So the interest ratings can be anywhere from 0 to, like, 30% on houses. It's pretty wild in our country. They're everywhere. So say you're more poor and you have a less of a down payment, but your credit's great. You have immaculate. You have an 800 score of your credit score, but you only have that 20 grand to put down on the 300,000 house. They're going to make your interest 30%, but the rich person's interest is going to be 5% on their house, even if they have no credit or terrible credit. It's wild. If you haven't watched, 30% probably is, I haven't looked forever. 30% is probably exaggerating. What's the highest on houses these days? Like 13 maybe? Maybe. Do you guys know like what the highest is on like housing loans and shit? I really have no clue. I just know they punish you for being poor. If you haven't watched the show on Netflix Made, watch it. It's an excruciating example of what it's like to be in poverty in America and be knocked down. Like, it's bad. It's such a good show, but it's heart-wrenching to see it, I mean, all in one clusterfuck. Like, this woman struggling and clawing her way out of a horrible relationship situation, trying to get a job, trying to get a home, daycare for her child, and she's just over and over run over for being poor. Literally, that's it. Our credit industry penalizes you for being poor. Their entire money industry is created to exploit the poor. It's pretty insane. Like, they're quite literally designed to keep the poor poor and keep the rich rich, but we all have this fantasy of like we can climb out of our status somehow. Here you get a 30-year loan with 1% or mass locked interest. I think our loans are usually around like 30 years-ish, like 25 to 30 years for a house. But I don't know like what the actual loan percentages are these days. They really flux a lot because my country is in, you know. It's pretty crazy. I mean, they'll send you to jail in my country if you're too poor. Like, if you're just poor, couldn't pay a bill, to jail. So you're too poor to pay your water bills, so they're going to put you in free housing with free medical care. Great. There's a really famous story that happened a few years ago where a man held up a gas station for $1 so he could get medical care from like jail. There's some pretty bad stories like that in America that are more prevalent than you'd believe. 30-year, 4.5 interest. Is that like a good... Do you know about what the range is for interest on homes? I just don't know. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Like, you guys don't have to Google this. Just curiosity. I've seen that. Oh, Flying Circus. I've heard about that. Like, Zillow got caught doing it, I think. What up, Scooter? How are you? I think Zillow got caught buying up a bunch of houses, and now they're fucked. They, like, own a ton of houses. A 30-year mortgage is pretty fairly standard in the U.S., though 15 is becoming more popular. Really? I mean, I would want the shortest loan period possible if I could afford it, just because then you're not paying so much interest, but... Ours was 3.5. Those are really good credit rates. So around 4, 3. I wonder what a bad one is. Like, if you have bad credit and apply for a home. No one has to tell me. Like, please don't I'm not asking for personal information. I'm just genuinely curious. You need to be good for the amount you loan at the time you loan it. You can only loan $5K if you have $5K available, or the equivalent of $5K in collateral if you don't know dice. I mean, that's the way it should be, but I remember when I worked at Lowe's, there would be women that I worked with who were full-time at Lowe's, had full families, like literally feeding their families at Lowe's, and they would have to go to like those cash loan places. You know, I can't remember what they were all called. There was tons of them though for a while there in the 90s. They were really popular, where you could go and they'd give you $1,000, and then when you got paid on payday, you'd go back and give them $1,100 because they'd take 10% cash advance, payday lenders. These women lived on them. Like, that was the only way they could buy Christmas presents and stuff. And they worked 40 hours a week, all fucking week. Their husbands worked or their partners worked. Like, it was sad to watch. Some places, the average life expectancy is longer in jail in the U.S. than in their hoods. I 100% believe that, yeah. Hello, Shireen. Are you feeling better today? I hope so. I was thinking about you last night. Right now, as much as I hate doing gig delivery, I make so little I have Medicaid. If I take a full-time job, most are 16 to 17 an hour. I have to go to figure out how to pay $2K a month in meds to manage my diabetes. Exactly. Yep. Case in fucking point of America right there. I have a very similar story that happened to a friend of mine when I was in college. His parents were insanely rich, and his dad was like, he worked for the military, but he wasn't like a military man. He was a computer dude. And they forced retired him at like 50. And so their accountant told them that if they kept helping their son pay for college and living the extravagant lifestyle they lived, they went on cruises, like, I'm not exaggerating, twice a year, something crazy like that. They vacationed a lot. That they couldn't afford to live past, 70. So they told their son, like, we're cutting you off. So my friend Connor, he worked with me at Lowe's. Like, he was working the weekends with me as a loader or something. He tried to go get food stamps, and they told him in order to get food stamps, he had to quit his job. Like, he made too much working weekend nights as a loader at Lowe's. And mind you, minimum wage at that point was like $7.25, like $7 an hour. That was too much to get just food stamps. Like, he just wanted food. It was crazy. So he ended up picking up like full-time hours at Lowe's and going to school at the same time. It was insane. I felt really bad for him. Is it still $7.25? Washington State is one of those weird states where they go up every year. So I don't exactly know what theirs is now. They go up a little bit. I mean, it's nothing. Your employer will be like, you get a raise every year. Huh? No, the state forces them. But I can't remember exactly what it is. I lived on payday lenders for a little while in the early 2000s. They served a purpose, and I did get out of the cycle, but it was easy to see how exploitive it was. Yeah, I can see how you can get lost in it, and that's where I'd be very scared. Let alone pay back $100K. Like, right? Wyoming's only $550. Damn. What? Germany children of poor parents are only allowed to earn X amount of money. The rest goes to the state? What? Is that like a built-in caste system? Like, what is that? Are always big no-no on accruing Katie debt. Credit cards are super regulated. Loans are bought up and paid off by the government to kill interest. That's the way it should be, dude. I mean, when I was in high school, before I turned 18, real credit cards would come to my door. Real ones in the mail. My mom would get so mad she'd cut them up. It was scary. Yes, knives. They literally cut their son off. I mean, they were very selfish people. I met them once. They were very bizarre. I would not compare to the way Danes do mortgage loans. It's this incredibly regulated market. They're so safe investments, which makes it essentially free money. Is it so, or does SO stand for something? Buying a house in my country is like not what's happening anymore. It's actually like a big movement towards renting. Because when you rent, you can make your landlord fix everything for you. You can leave whenever you want. Houses have just become something that my generation, I mean, it's out of our ballpark. Like, I will never accrue $20,000 in a bank account. Like, nobody, very few people, I should say, my age, make that amount of money. And that's like the lowest, house down payment you can possibly make. It's because insurance was cheaper if we were both single than if we were married. I mean, fuck it, dude. Also, food stamps in the US are weird as hell. They are things like coffee you can buy with them, but there are other things that are essential. I've heard that before, Enia. I've seen, like, that you can't buy, like, fresh fruit because it's considered prepared or something. But you could buy cigarettes or something weird. Oh, shit. Oh, here the bank looks at your income and your expenses. They then calculate if you can pay off the loan in time. If you can and your job is stable, you are approved. But oversimplified, but close enough. That's kind of how they do it here, but instead of looking at all of those factors calculate our credit score, and they look at that. So the problem with the credit score is it doesn't tell the story of what's actually going on. You could have had your identity stolen, which knocked your credit score down to 400. But you could have like 0 missed payments, 0 defaults, like all of this perfect credit history, and you can get fucked by that because they don't see any of that other stuff. Fruit is fine. That's good. I only have experience from, when I was in college and my friends were trying to get on food stamps just to survive, and they were telling me some stories. Like, they had a trouble grocery shopping. I like that Zach owns this house because you have the freedom to change it. I really like interior design. I like painting. I like making my space look different. And I despise, as an adult, like a third, like almost mid-30s adult, asking permission of another adult to do something. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to. I want to do what I want to do. I'm old. Let me do it. Hello, Zelda Quinn. How are you, love? Because I couldn't buy like pre-made sausage. Exactly. I think that's what they were talking about. Like the cheaper food, because obviously you don't have a refrigerator, you don't have anywhere to keep things, you need portable foods. You couldn't buy anything prepared. Yeah, I remember that. Hi, Rabid. You aren't old. I'm even older on Tuesday. Well, mine's coming up. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, it feels weird to have to ask permission to paint a wall when I'm an adult, I can afford the paint, like, I'm just gonna fucking paint my wall. Now I can. And that's nice. And actively maintain your credit score. This is true, which is wild. And, like, you can't just buy one thing, pay it off, and have a credit score of 800. If you stop using credit cards, it will just start to drop. Seriously. You have to keep using credit cards to keep your credit up. And they like if you use about 25% of your open credit, but no more and no less. And you got to keep using it. You can't just pay it off. It's a whole game. I've watched mine obsessively because I'm a little OCD, if you couldn't tell. Happy 420. I knew I had to cough. I didn't want to hit it yet. Cheers. And that's the way, I mean, you should be able to buy whatever the fuck you want to buy if you're on food stamps. It's your job to budget your food stamps the way you want to. In my opinion. I don't think there should be limitations. If you're going to waste all your food stamps on, like, Drano, sure. Like, you're a human being, you're an adult, you get to do it. Like, they're like babysitting. Like, I remember I got real bitter one time. This was right around the time my friend couldn't get food stamps because he worked too much, 16 hours a week or whatever it was. And I was grocery shopping, and this woman in front of me had an EBT card, and she was buying, like, steak and lobster. I'm not shitting you, steak and lobster. At an Albertsons. And, like, I was fuming, and I wanted to ask her so bad, like, how'd you get it? I have a starving friend. He's, like, 6'4". He's not going to last long. How'd you get it? But I think it's a game you have to play with the government, basically. Yeah, so Knives, in order to maximize your, this is serious, this is real. I've watched my credit score like a psychotic person my whole life. I've learned a lot of shit about it. But yeah, of your total credit limit. So if you go on, like, Credit Karma is a good one because it's free. There's a couple free websites that will monitor your credit, and they're real websites that aren't sketchy. They will add up all your credits. So they'll say, like, every card you have ever opened that is still open. It'll show all your cards that are closed, any activity on any of your cards. And so of all your credit ever, like if you have a student loan out, that's included, a car loan, any of that, max 25%, they want you to dance in that. 25 to 30, but they do not want you to go over, and they don't want you to leave nothing on there. Leaving nothing on your cards is bad. If you have empty cards, you don't want to close cards because you get a better credit score the older your cards are. But what I do is, like, I'll buy something with the card and then just go pay it off immediately, like online before it rolls over. Because to the credit company, it still looks like you're using it. They don't see that fast of a transaction, you know? And that's how I keep my old fucking cards just valid, so they're not dead. If an 18-year-old with no job or work history were to walk into a bank to ask for $120K to buy a house or start a business, they'd get laughed out into the street. But $120K or more to go to college and pursue a degree that has little to no guarantee to pay dividends? Won it twice. Seriously, though. It's kind of insane. Isn't this music beautiful? You take a heavy hit on your credit if you pay off your mortgage. I lost like 100 points on my credit score when I paid off my student loans. Because they want to see you a little bit more in debt. And because it still showed that credit limit, it showed that I wasn't using 25% anymore. But it went away eventually. Dude, you're fine. If your credit score is high, you good. I've just researched it a lot. When I was a kid, this is like the stupidest. Did we hit it? Did I cheers again? I don't know. I know. Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah. So this is my story. This is why I'm just a little anal about credit and why I know a ton about it. I've researched it. I'm not a savant. When I was a kid, when I was in high school, it was really a dope thing to have a sick bass system in your shitty fucking car because I was a redneck in the woods. That's what you do. So I worked at Taco Time for 2 summers, or 2 years, working while I was in school too. Long story short, I saved up like $2 grand and went and bought myself a really nice like subwoofer and amp and all this shit to put in my car. And it was beautiful. And I went to college and someone broke into my car to take the deck. But when you tear the deck out of your dash, you see all that lightning wire coming out the back, which means sick system in the back. And they literally raped my car. On Valentine's Day, mind you, no less. And so long story short, I went to insurance. Insurance didn't cover any of it. If you're wondering, auto insurance only covers items in your car that are in a stock position. There is no stock position for subwoofers and or an amplifier of music. So they only covered the deck that was stolen, not the $1,500 worth of awesome shit in the back. So they gave me like a check for $200 for this little CD player. I was like, sick. And I went to a Car Toys, told them the story, and they were like, all right, we can work out something and we'll get you like a decent sound package for the same, like what they gave you back. Somehow in this process, I was under the age of no, was I 18? I was, because I was in college. I think I was 18 years old exactly. They got me to sign up for a credit card. I have no idea how. To this day, I didn't give them my social security number or anything. And my mom got a bill for it in the mail and flipped. Holy shit. She turned purple. She was so like disgusted that these people were able to do. She wasn't mad at me. She was just irate at the situation. And her like fury scared the living fucking Satan into me about credit scores. Because she explained to me what could happen. She's like, they could have signed you up for a credit card, never sent you a bill. You would be taken to collections. Your credit score would be demolished your entire life. Like, if your credit score drops below like 300, trying to get it above what's considered a good credit score of 600 again takes years. And as a child with no income, no education, no nothing, that's like impossible. Like, how? And it scared the shit out of me. She really impressed on me that to do anything in our stupid country, you have to have this dumb thing called a credit score. And this is why I'm mad. And it takes 7 years. Yeah, 7 years for any, isn't it any default, Pendragon? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like, if you're 30 days late on a payment, that's considered a default on a credit card. And things like that. Any of that, it takes 7 fucking years for that shit to clear. What was I driving? I was driving something in my eyeball. It was a 1999 Saturn LS. All fiberglass. And let me tell you, bitch rattled. Put on some fucking Looty Loo up in that little Saturn LS. I was super cool, Knives. I don't know if you could tell. There's something in my eyeball. Shit. Fuck. Q-tip. Sorry, hold on. I can't see anything. Did I get it? 7 years for any negative notes. Yep, that's what I thought. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we get like 10 7-year periods in our life that are like, okay, that's it. You get 10 7-year periods. So now you only get 9. There's a hair in my eye. I can feel it. Sorry. At the fresh age of 18. No, this was my mom's worst worry. And my birth mother, whom I no longer speak to, was the devil on my shoulder convincing me, oh, no. I have such a horrible story about this lady wolf. Spend whenever we could on it. Ruined my credit so fast. Once I got out of that and learned me some things. I'm now 28 and I'm just now getting it back to a good place. Holy shit, that's 10 years. I'm so upset for you. That was my mom's worst fear, is that something like that would happen. But I have a story that, like, so similar to yours. When I worked at Lowe's, oh my God. I kind of worked in every department in Lowe's ever, other than, like, Millworks. They just tossed me around, but I eventually ended up in credit, or the cash office, where I would go to work at, like, 4:30 in the morning every fucking morning and count all the money from the previous day on a scale. And all I did was process credit applications. That's all I did. Cashiers would sign you up for credit. But one time I was coming out of my office, and my office was like, it was very bizarre. My office, I had to walk through the store manager's office into the customer service cubicle to get out. Like, that was how I got out of the cash office where all the money was. And that was like the safety. It's fine. It's safe. But anyways, I came out and someone was waiting at the customer service desk, and I was like, I'm a nice person. I'll ask him if they need any help. And it was this couple and their son. And their son was real tall and gangly. Looked like he was, like 16. And he was like, it's my birthday today. I just turned 18, and I want to sign up for a credit card so my parents can buy a Husqvarna lawnmower. Those are like $3,600 lawnmowers, riding lawnmowers, ish. And I don't be as per, me, I could not hide my facial expression. And so I like tried to make a funny joke, and I was like, make your parents do it. And he goes, oh no, their credit's done now. And I had this moment of like, oh my fucking fuck. They're literally going to sign their child up for a credit card and destroy him with a Husqvarna. And I pretended I had to poop and I left. Or pee or something. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. It ripped my chest out of me. I was like, no, run. Like every cell in my body wanted to like scream at the child, like, run away. Run away. But I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. It was in me. That poor kid. I really hope. I mean, he looked just so like pure. He was like so pale and tall and gangly, and he had this big old smile on his face because it was his birthday. And I was like, your parents are doing this for your birthday. The perfect size for feeding to my tarantulas right here. But they will double like in 3 days unless you put them in the fridge, which gross. You can slow down their metabolism, put them in the fridge, but these guys get huge. This is the perfect. Hornworms are stinky, but holy shit, it's excellent. I don't have to tell you, crickets are so much worse. And then these are the silkworms. Some of them are already spinning silk, which means I need to feed them ASAP. Because in my experience, they fucking make a little cocoon and turn into a moth that I can't do anything with because they're too cute. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, they're called hornworms. They turn into hawk moths. I call them gummy worms because they look like blue gummy worms, and they're tarantula candy because they're not like a lot of vitamins or anything or protein. They're just like water sacks, but it's a big hit of water for tarantulas, and tarantulas are notorious for never drinking water. Like, they love to fill up their water bowls with dirt, like jerks. Isn't it a pretty blue? I agree, David. It is. I mean, they're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. And the moth is actually really pretty too. Like, I have, if my spider doesn't eat them right away, they will burrow into the dirt and then cocoon up and turn into a moth. And then the spider usually gets the moth. But if they don't, and I catch the moth, they're real pretty. But the thing is, where I live in Colorado, we apparently, I didn't know this before I moved here, but apparently moths are exceedingly invasive here. Like, in the spring, we actually have moth season where you'll open your shed door and it's like a horror movie. 500 moths just fall out on your face and they all fly away. It's crazy. So when I buy these, I have to sign a little thing that says I will not let them go outside. Ever. I will kill them. I will fucking kill them. So whenever I get a moth, I just have to basically wait for it to die, but they're really pretty. Madmire, the thing about tarantulas is you very, very, very rarely ever have to clean their enclosures. Their poop is like a dewdrop of nothing, and that's it. That's all they have as waste. The only thing I really do is I take out the carcasses of the dead things they eat because those can mold. Other than that, they're easier than a cactus. Really. They're quite easy to take care of. It's kind of insane. Really excellent. That's literally, I put bowls of water in with my geckos. I have to spray them in the face. I swear to God, I'm like, open your mouth. It's crazy. They're so dumb. How the fuck they exist? What a great thing to listen to while eating. Which part? Which part? Oh my God, Lady Wolf, I literally had one pop on my face one time. I'm not kidding you. So what Lady Wolf is delightfully describing is, like I said, these are like little water balloons of just goo. So sometimes when your big tarantulas get real excited and get down on one, they pop. And literally, it squirted me in the face. Like, I felt it hit my cheek one time, and I was like, this is maybe the grossest thing that's hit my face. And then I'd think about every dick I've ever sucked, and it was still the grossest thing. Go me. Oh, Jester, I found some really cool videos recently of a man who recorded in super high def slow motion, bugs like launching from the ground. Basically, it is a really cool video. I wonder if I can find it. I watched it a while ago, but he does it like on a stark black background, so it's just like a grasshopper like hopping from the ground, but in super slow motion and really high def, and you see its wings go out, and then the guy talks about like how they launch in the air and how chaotic it is and like how soon they actually flap their wings. It's real cool. Clara, because maybe a little bit of a masochism thing going on. I have 3 mystery spiders. I know. No, so black widows are true spiders, which are a completely different animal from tarantulas, if you didn't know that. So tarantulas are from the prehistoric era, and there is no such thing as a deadly tarantula in the world. There's not one that we know of that exists at all. True spiders, however, are a little bit older in terms of like when they last evolved, and they can be very deadly, like a black widow. I actually own 2 black widows. They're pussies. Like, they're not aggressive by any means. Oh, Besso, did you just get fucking smacked in the bitch? I got you, honey. I'm gonna give you a permit, and then you can post it again, then everybody can click it. I got you, boo-boo. You good? I do. I have 2 non-existent, and then I do have 3 mysteries. Literally, they're just mysteries. That's it. I bought them as mysteries. So, oh, is this the video? Stop it. Oh! How did you find that, Besso? How are you my hero? You just found it? Stop it. That's the video. If you like to see things in flight that are beautiful, this is the video for you. It is so cool. I love seeing stuff like this. Like the small world, just macro, where you can see all the details, is so fun. Well, I mean, anything biting you is going to hurt, right? Like a human is not venomous, but it's still going to hurt if a human fucking locks down in your arm. So there are varying venom levels in tarantulas, but none of them can murder you unless you have some insane pre-existing condition. There are tarantulas that will make you feel like you want to die, but you won't. You just be sweaty for a while. Poop deck. Thank you, love. Happy holidays to you as well. I have a couple of the most painful biting tarantulas, but they are not aggressive. Defensive is the word we like to use. Insects, arachnids is what I'm going to speak about specifically because I don't study all insects. I study arachnids. I like them. They are single cell brain. Like, you got a brain. You even got lobes of the millions of little cells. They have one of those cells. Like, that's it. It's all they've got. Period. So when you don't have lobes of brain, let alone more than one brain cell, Emotions don't happen. There is no thinky, right? There is no thinky about anything. Everything is instinct. It's just react. So there is no aggressive arachnid. Aggression implies anger, emotion. It's us putting human traits on an animal, as we always like to do. They are defensive. If they feel fear, if something is making them feel like they're gonna die, then they will react appropriately, right? I keep all my tarantulas behind me in this cube thing I got from IKEA. They're all in a black cube with a very mellow light behind them. They all have a very quiet environment back there. I've gotten one threat pose ever from a tarantula, and it was just because I was trying to rehouse it. Never. Like, they come out to eat and they go away, and that's it. They have a ganglia, exactly. It's like a knot of nerves. That's it. It's pretty wild, the fact that they can do all the things they do. If you've been in my channel long enough, we sat here one day and watched one of my tarantulas dig her burrow with her 2 arms. They have 8 legs and then 2 arms called pedipalps. She dug a burrow and then would very meticulously carry the dirt with her fangs and with her 2 pedipalps over to her brand new water dish I just put in there and very gently pack it into the water dish. And she just went back and forth and did that for 2 hours. We watched. And one brain, like humans can't even do that. We got lobes. I know. Well, that's the thing, Madmar. I don't buy tarantulas just to own a tarantula. I only buy them if it's a species I have thoroughly researched and I want specifically. Like, other than the 3 mysteries. That was if you go to fearnottarantulas.com, I've gotten a lot of my spiders from them. They have a mystery tarantula package where you can literally pay like an insanely low amount and they'll send you 3 free tarantulas and they don't know what the fuck they are. Because you can imagine in a massive breeding situation of many microscopic little eggs with legs, some of them get out. And so what they'll do is they'll be like, we found this baby tarantula on the ground, so we're going to sell it as a mystery terrestrial. Or we found it in the corner of the ceiling, so we're going to sell it as a mystery arboreal. I bought 3 terrestrials. They grew fast. I still have no clue what they are, though. Am I buffering? It is indie day for the other streamer in the home, so if he's downloading a game, I kind of get fucked. But I have great internet, so it doesn't really make sense. Oh, yes, and while we're on the topic of animals and owning them and how cool they are, don't buy anything that says wild caught. Or one thing I've seen Mickey lately a lot is field caught, is what people will say. Instead of saying imported or saying wild caught, they'll say field caught. That's like a new term, and I'm like, there's no difference though. There's domestically produced, which means that breeder bred them. There is farmed, which means someone in the States has a large breed. Usually where the animals in like Petco and PetSmart come from is these huge pods where people just massively breed really common animals like leopard geckos, pink-toed tarantulas, and then just sell them in huge quantities to these pet stores. So they're not really taken care of. They tend to have a lot of genetic problems. And then there's wild caught, or what they're calling field collected. It's the same shit. Don't buy them. A, you're supporting someone who probably did something illegal, illegally imported animals. B, even if it's legal, they ripped animals out of their own environment, out of the jungle, and they're giving them to anyone on the internet. Like, fuck knows who's gonna buy him. It could be me, who's gonna give him a great life, or it could be Joe Blow's 3-year-old who's gonna strangle it on Christmas Eve. You don't know. That's unethical. And then B, if all of these other things didn't happen that are terrible, best case scenario, you're gonna get a really stressed out animal that already lived part of its life in the wild that you're now gonna put in a box, and it's gonna be riddled with parasites. In the wild, animals have so many parasites and ticks and fleas and disgusting little microorganisms living on them all the time as natural flora that will literally murder them in seconds in a closed environment like a box or a cage. It's never going to be a good idea. Like, just don't do it. Please. If you do anything for me for Christmas, don't do that. But I won't do that. Weird.
Merry Christmas, bitch.
Whatever happened to Jesus? He preached like be nice to your neighbor, and his family was like, that's crazy. So they went and told the entire town, and so his family and the entire town tried to chase him off a cliff for saying like you should probably treat everyone the way you want to be treated. They were like, what? So they literally tried to push him off a cliff, and then he escaped, and like then he didn't escape and was captured by the Jews, and then they like, you know, hung him up on a cross and shit. Did I miss anything? I read the Bible, so don't fuck with me, man. I will recite it. I am still recovering Catholic. I think that's forever. Nature is fucked. I love it. Aw, Death Rage, thank you for coming to say hello. Guess what I did on the Ladybug Spider location? What? Oh, please tell me. If only there was an emote that portrayed sarcasm. I really did, though. I don't know if you were here, Candy. You remember? We fucking read the whole Bible. It was crazy. Then he resurrected a buddy Christ in a satire comedy about religion. It's true. Along with like 12 other friends that nobody talks about. I'd be pissed if I was them. There's two types of Catholics. Catholics? That's what my aunt calls them. So sometimes I accidentally say Catholic. Catholic, devout and fallen. I fell. I don't know if I was ever devout. I think I just went from being a child that believed her parents to being like, oh, nah, that's not real. Actually, I don't know the part in the Tarantino film very well, but I do know the part about the woman who wanted to fuck people with horse dicks and semen as much as donkeys' semen. That's in the Bible. Yandy, it's a terrible book. Don't do it. Seriously, I'm not saying that because I'm like anti-Christian. I'm not. I think it's beautiful if you're a good Christian person. I know a lot of wonderful Christian people. I have nothing against it. The book is terrible. It's a terribly written book. It's the exact same story retold many, many different times by a bunch of different dudes with different means to a different end. That was it. Like, they were like, I'm just going to add and take away some shit that makes my point better. That's it. It's the same exact story told over and over. And did you know, this is my favorite fact about the Bible. We're talking the Bible, like the Bible, the Holy Bible. The first time in the entire book that God and love are mentioned in the same sentence is 17 pages from the end. Facts. Wild. The rest of it's just murder. It's just so much murder. The bit about the horse semen? It's Ezekiel. Oh my gosh, I always forget the numbers. 25:17. Please be 25:17. Nope. Do you guys know which Ezekiel it is? I always forget the numbers. Hold on. 23:20. I can read you the version from every single Bible that's ever been written because they just rewrite Bibles to change them. Most of us know this. No offense again to Christians. I have nothing against being a good Christian person. I know a lot. I have a lot against the Bible, though. That book is bullshit. So, in the New International Version, Ezekiel 23:20. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emissions was like that of horses. In the New Living Translation, she lusted after her lovers with genitals as large as donkeys and emissions like those of a horse. The English Standard Version. And lusted after her lovers there whose members were like those of donkeys and whose issue was like that of horses. I could go on and on. It's literally every fucking version of every Bible that's ever been written. It's just a really good example of how they rewrite shit to their own ends. Like, it eventually turns into like some woman likes big cock, but yeah. People swear on that. Like, to become president, they swear on horse cum. Just conceptualize that for a minute. You don't get to pick and choose what parts of the Bible you like. Besso, I'll give you the link for you. This is for you, Honeybean. Here you go, boo-boo. And anybody really that wants to take it, but that's the link that I use, Bible Hub, because it gives you every single Bible that's ever been written's version, which I find fascinating, because being gay was not a crime until the late 1500s, when all these priests kept, you know, fucking kids. And so they were like, fuck, we got to take that part in the Bible out that says maybe you shouldn't lay down with kids. So they paid a dude to change the Bible in the late 1500s to you shouldn't lay with another man. And they made gay bad. But, like, yeah. Catholicism. She was a super-sized queen, yeah, like, that was all it was, but they were way more creative. Guess what I did on the lady... Oh, no, you didn't tell me yet. Tell me. Oh, okay. No, I didn't see what you did, though. I saw the question. Oh, I chased off a collector? One of 11 locations? Holy shit. Wait. No, you... How did you know what they were doing? Oh, tell me. I'm so proud of you right now because fuck those people. A story? Oh, God. That liked to get fucked till she was sore, and God didn't like that, so he blew up this town, and then God went to one of his most devout bros, and he was like, yo, thanks for your service. Hey, my homie Satan put me up to a dare, have some plague and brimstone, and then God made a son with the intent of having him die twice, by the way. And by the way, if you express yourself, you go to a place of pain and eternal ouchie, and in the end, God is going to blow everything up. Yep, and by express yourself, Gek means question anything. Because that's the direct translation of the word Satan. It literally means questioner. Or asker of questions. Because fuck you if you ask. Don't question the clergy. Let him touch you, son. I'm sorry. I'm recovering. When I was a child, I asked a very religious person what we would do in heaven. They replied, sit at God's feet and sing his praise for eternity. Ew. That's my reaction. But what if I wanted to play Assassin's Creed instead? Well, in heaven, you won't feel like playing games. You'll be freed from those thoughts. So I'd be brainwashed. Yeah. Though. I mean, they didn't like you saying that because that sounds pretty fucking on par. David! I love you, David. Have a good day and Merry Yuletide. I'll be burning a tree later tonight, so look out for it. Who has more kills? Barilla, do you actually want to know? Satan doesn't kill anybody in the Bible. Not one person. God, on the other hand, hundreds of thousands. Including, you know, the entire world when he got pissed and popped the bubble. So we flooded. Dude, in every description, heaven sounds boring. Like, it's all white and beige and full of virgins. Like, I want a bunch of sluts that know what's up. I don't want to spend forever teaching people how to make me come again. I went through high school. Jesus. I loved The Good Place. Oh my gosh. Such a good show. They had a sucker. A sucker? What is that? What is a sucker? Like a baster? Is that what they use? Like a turkey baster kind of thing? Ew. God's kill to death ratio is God tier. No shit, dude. I mean, he goes after babies, women, foreskins. No, American Dad's one of those weird shows I never got into. Like, I just haven't watched it. I want to. Insect sucker. Ew. So, for anyone that's wondering what the fuck Mickey and I are talking about, one of my prized possessions, well, many of my prized possessions are a species, a large genus of spiders called Erisis, more generally known as ladybird spiders or velvet spiders. And up until the mid-90s, we believed them to be completely extinct due to loss of habitat and people just killing them because, you know, people in the old days thought they were bad luck or whatever. And they're a harmless spider. They're literally harmless. They can't hurt you at all. They're not venomous. They're not poisonous, whatever the fuck. Those are different, by the way, but whatever you want to use. They're not any of those things. They're just a little black spider. But the males look like a ladybug. They're gorgeous. And I own 3, 4, 5 of them currently. I love them so much. It's my favorite spider in the entire world. They're the most expensive spider I've ever bought simply because literally one man single-handedly brought this species back from the brink of extinction. I believe it was in Greece. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of them are from Greece. There's different localities. But I believe the man that first refound them, he found one like in a field in Greece and contacted the government, and the government gave him a plot of land because he was like, we all believe this spider to be extinct. It's one of the most amazing, beautiful creatures. Like, we should bring it back. And they gave him a plot of land very small. I mean, not even an acre. And he set up like some sort of way of capturing them and breeding them and then letting them back into the environment safely so they're never harmed or anything. And he has single-handedly brought back ladybird spiders and brought back the attention. So people were looking for them. So they're in like the UK and they're in Spain and Italy. Yeah.
I'm gay.
Fohammer
Yeah.
underscore 419 tipped $5. CK, honestly one of the fantasies that I've wanted to fulfill for a while is to get railed by Tom Brokaw because I want to hear his new caster voice read the evening news, talk dirty to me, and moan while his old wrinkly balls slap against my puss you woo.
Uh. Would he be forecasting the dick weather? Like, there's going to be snow in Wales. Oh, yes, whale for me, bitch. Sorry. It was a Wales joke. It wasn't bad. Laugh at it. Laugh at me. Tell me I'm funny. My favorite, I think one of my favorite Bible stories is the whole sacrament of circumcision. How it originated as a way to trick an entire city into crippling themselves so that an angry king of a raped daughter could literally burn the city to the ground. We somehow went from that point to cutting up penises as a sacrament for Jesus. That, to me, is like, come again. Or don't, because you cut it up. I love you, foe. I know he was asleep under my desk. It's okay. It was worth it. I had to spank the bitch for not wailing in Wales. You know, Zoe. Is this the dog jumping out from under my desk? I gotta see it. Hold on. Would he be forecasting the dick weather? Like, there's going to be snow in Wales. Oh, yes. Whale for me, bitch. Sorry. He just jumps. That's so precious. Oh, look. He doesn't give a fuck. He's still, you can't tell, but he's dick up. Just fucking eyes rolled back in his skull. That's pretty good. I'm sorry, Trick. I apologize. My bad. Guys, we need to take a break. I can never understand those and it makes me sad. Understand what? Did I miss something? Shit. Fuck me. Fuck a dick. Thank you, Madmar. I love my blue hair too. It's a little messy today, but I don't care. Do you? Probably not. Jesus and Lucifer both referred to as Lightbringer. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't think. You know, I don't remember, to be honest. Lucifer, the devil, Satan, blah, blah, is mentioned, like, so infrequently in the Bible. Literally, like, maybe 3 times. And 2 of those times, the devil is referred to as a dragon with 10 crowns and 11 heads or something. It's some off number, or it's like 11 crowns and 13 heads, something weird like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. That's 2 of the times, like, coming out of water. All Satan did was literally tell a dude to question God. Like, that was it. We read it. That was it. That was all he did wrong. Jester, it was way more fun to do it with chat. I could have never done it on my own. The book was terrible. I mean, it was a terrible read. Chat made it fun because we would talk about it, and I made it very clear that we were never going to just rip Christians. I'm not here to bash any religion, period. Like, I'm not here to bash anybody. That being said, I was raised Catholic, so I'm allowed to do this one. And I wanted to go through it, but it was way more interesting with chat, yeah. And of course, everybody, like, added to it, like, would be like, oh shit, this was when this part would change, and we'd go through history lessons with it and stuff. Like, it was fun on that, but yeah, like, by myself, like, how depressing, you know. Oh, Madmar. I think I've streamed every Christmas day that I've possibly forever since I've started streaming. I like saying hi to you guys. You guys are my family. You guys taught me that. Like, someone said it ages ago in my chat, but it's family, so when you're an adult, you get to pick it. Merry Christmas, anime. Give the puppos lots and lots of love. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you've ever seen those churches where they pray over someone and the person shakes and fall over, I've actually, like the snakes and like the tongues kind of thing. Taken to one by a priest, pastor, daddy, whatever he called himself. Papa. I need a priest to request to be called daddy now. Like, that's just fantastic. Was pushing on my shoulders because I wasn't dropping? Stop it. Stop it. Like, he was trying to get you to fake it? Stop it. I mean, if you had been older, like, I would, the perfect thing, like, look up at him and be like, I'm not going to suck your dick, father. Like, stop pushing my head. Thank you. I'm just here for a little slap and tickle. Yeah, and I assumed you were younger, because when we're young, we're not smart. I wasn't clever when I was young. Like, I just let people abuse me, and then now I make jokes about it. 13 heads, 10 crowns. Thank you. 13 heads, 10 crowns, 16 sets of genitalia. What the fuck ever. That's how they refer to Satan after he's just a person that says to question. It's crazy. Okay, so here it is. We found it for us. Lucifer was referred to as the bright and morning star. Jesus, a light unto your path. Lucifer sounds better. Brighter. Marnix, it is. It's always good to see family if you, like, have them in your life, yeah. Not right now, Daddy. Everyone's watching. Yeah, like, there could have been so many filthy things we could have said if we were smart and old. But that's like why we become funny, right? We, like, take our trauma from childhood and realize what actually fucking happened and turn it into a joke. He totally would, Zoe, I'm just saying. I love that. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I love it so much. It's so perfect. I think everyone deals with, like, guilt, you know. We do need a break, yes. Very much so. Last note. I think everyone deals with guilt of, like, sure, ex-family member is kind of annoying and a piece of shit and doesn't believe in anything I believe in, but they're family. Life is so short, my dudes. Like, so short and so fucking finite. Your time is so precious. Really pay attention to where you spend it and who you give it to. Also, sunscreen. You know, as you do. Skin cancer's gross. You don't want it. I'll be right back. Stand up, stretch your dicks, get some water. And we... I don't know. Are we on break, Nubis? We on break? Do you need a break? Do you need another one? We could do another one. Do you need another break? I could do a break. Welcome back. Merry Christmas. How are you today? Dude, Supergiant games are just amazing, and I love that they are in-house so I can actually listen to the music with you guys. Amazing. Amazing. That isn't just license-free blah. Those hornworms are so big I can hear them. Ew. You gon' die, bitch. Merry Christmas. That's morbid. Did you have a good day? A Christmas prezi. What'd you get? What are you building? I mean, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to like brag or anything. Sorry, that was probably too I mean, is that nosy? We're friends. Tell me what you got. What are you building? Transistor, I love transistors. It's hard to get into, but once you get the hang of the battle style, it's really, really fun. I have yet to play Pyre, though. So, my hair's insanely soft. I keep touching it, but it's just so soft. I haven't finished Gree yet. No, that is an emotional game. I love it, though. I'm definitely going to finish it with you guys. I could not do it without you. That is too much, even for me. Assemble yourself mechanical clock. Oh, cool. Dude, that stuff is so much fun. I love having a project. Last year, Scott and Bree got me a kit to make your own felt pug for Christmas. It was pretty precious. I was trying to catch up on chat. All right. I'm good. What game's emotional? Gree? Spelled like Gris, like Gris. Have you ever played it? It's pretty old. I'm like the last person in existence to not have played it yet. Yeah, dude, Epic. It's all horror games today on Epic. They're all free, by the way, if you have an Epic Game Pass. Get it. It's not? Oh, well, I mean, game old, I guess. It's not like brand new. It didn't come out this year, though, did it? It's a couple years old, I think. Merry Christmas, Dark Art. How are you, love? Ooh. A Keywine pendulum? I used to have a wristwatch like that. It was pretty cool. Like, you never have to put batteries in it because it just is dope. It's pretty amazing. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, Besso. If you're ever in the mood for a game that's like just beautiful music and some of the most... It's like playing a living watercolor. 2018. There you go. A couple years. So not super old, but you know, game world, I guess. Today is Prey. Yesterday was Pathfinder. Day before was Vampire. I tried playing that game. There's a lot of dialogue. Fox? Okay. Journey is a really good description for that. Yes, it's very similar to Journey. Very much so. I would say prettier, just because I'm a nut for watercolors. I mean, it's so, and the music, like the game, I have a hard time. I feel bad talking to chat over it. Just music. The music is so beautiful. It's astounding. Seriously, it's one of the prettiest games I've ever played. Prettiest. Maybe that's not like prettiest doesn't do it justice. I mean, that's not the word. Most. I don't know, man. It hits all the triggers of like what you want to feel and see and hear at the same time. It's just amazing. Journey is a great game. There's a game actually I just saw came out on Steam like yesterday. It's called Scarf. It's literally like looks like maybe a mock-up of it. I don't know. Yes, it's very symbolic. So pretty though. Oh my god. Very much so once in a lifetime experience. Like this is a game that I feel like I want to take it and like digest it because you couldn't play it again and have the same experience. Yeah. Yep. That's a good way to describe it. Journey is beautiful. I played that game on accident one time. Like I think I was gonna get on a flight and forgot my Switch, so I downloaded it on my iPad or something. Can you even get it on iPad? Or maybe it was the other way around. I downloaded it on my Switch. I don't know. Either way, I ended up playing it on a flight, and it was incredible. Game. Anywho, and I kind of feel like I have a fever. I'm gonna go take my temperature and make sure I don't. But my face has been hot all day, and I don't know why. So If you could sin and cross your dicks and light something on fire that I don't have a fever, that'd be great. My face feels hot and weird. My tonsils are huge. Yakuza like a dragon? What do you mean? So I have the volume up on the laptop kind of low, and he keeps chuckling from hearing these tidbits of dick-sucking conversation. I'm a firm believer that if that dick and or nipple is clean and consensual, like, fucking, it deserves to suck. Oh, did you dye your hair blue? It's 10 minutes to my 420. That's good. That's probably about as long as it'll take me to, like, find someone cool to host and, like, you know. You get a onesie for tall people? Those exist. Lighting my apartment on fire immediately. Wait, what? I know. We're just not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say the S word. It's not happening. I'm just strangely warm in the face. Ooh, pink. I love blue. I always come back to it. I think I'm just most comfortable in it for some reason. You sucked your lips. Wait. Do you suck your lips in your mouth or the guy's lips in your mouth? Because one's hilarious and one is mind-boggling. Target? Oh my god, please text me immediately. That's incredible. I have a Totoro onesie, and I literally got, like, the biggest size possible online. And it's still not long enough for my legs. Like, I have to hike the ankle part up to, like, my knees. Ugh. Your own lips? That's hilarious. If you would have sucked that human's lips in your mouth. Like, just like. I don't even know what I would have. I mean, that's one way to defend yourself. Like, fight absurdity with absurdity. Because that's just beautiful. Jester, happy Festivus, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending the day with me, all of you. I can't believe it's literally almost been 7 hours. Like, we've hung out for 7 hours. I don't know what happened. What did we do? I don't know. Good conversation, good laughs, usually. The usual. Right? That's all I want out of life, to be honest. Zombies. I mean, today was nothing unique. We do this all the time. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, wait. I get my booster tomorrow, and I don't know what time. So I'm gonna have to double check that on my phone in my email, and then I'll tweet out. Hopefully it's later in the afternoon, but I don't remember. We vibed. It's my favorite. My face is really hot. I can feel it, but I don't know why. At that point, I knew if I wasn't ready for lips, I definitely wouldn't want a dick near my face. Amen to that. I feel it. I feel that 100%. In Soviet Russia, you mean Nebraska? I don't know this Soviet land. The puss, it eats you. I mean, they won't give you the vax if you already have a fever. Like, they won't do it, I don't think, but I don't know. Please no. Please no. I'm pretty much sick every Christmas of my entire life, though, like, on record. So, maybe. So, I got a sore arm on the first shot. Second shot, I pretty just slept for 4 days. I didn't feel sick. I just felt insanely tired. And then this booster, I don't know. We'll see. They do check your temp, yeah. Because you shouldn't get vaccinations if you're ill. Like, if your immune system's already knocked down. Dude, Zakrarion, anyone who watched Space Jam and enjoyed Lola Bunny is kind of a furry. Fight me. Because you can't on that one. Uh-uh. We all wanted that tail. Yeah, I haven't heard anyone getting extreme reactions. Just people feeling like shit, basically. Which is, I mean, when do we not feel like shit? You just trudge. You get through it. The new COVID pill. I think I'll stick to getting the vaccinations. I don't know. I don't think there's really like anything that's gonna beat a vaccination. But I don't know. I am not a virologist by any means. With many cars, I mean. Sliding scale. This is true. Well, that's why I said kinda. It's kinda. In the new... Wait. Roxanne in the new what? What is it, Militia? Wait. What is that? It is FDA approved. Is it a Vax? Like a Vax pill? I don't know anything about it. I'm literally asking out of curiosity. I don't know. Yeah, maybe don't do your own research. And by that I mean don't just like look for confirmation bias in social media. That is like not the way to grow as a person. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it helps with the symptoms. I wonder how. I want to read about it now. Interesting. I'll have to ask my boy Neuro. Oh, there's a chick character in the new Five Nights at Freddy's. I have never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game in my life. Ever. I don't like a Jack in the Box, like the toy, like the dun like we all know what's gonna happen. Why the fuck are you twisting the knob? I don't like that. I don't wanna no. I don't wanna. I don't think it's an antiviral. If it's something you take after you get sick that just helps with symptoms, but again, not a virologist. Not gonna claim to know shit about shit. A game on Steam that was on special, but it's an older lesser known title. So when I got Omicron, oh my fucking Christ. That's hilarious. And unfortunate for that game. Or fortunate, don't know. The only thing I'd be worried about is like a scaly, like the furry, but like a reptile, because cloacas are scary and most reptiles have horror show penises. And I don't say that lightly. I've seen a lot of dick. Oh, it'll be like the flu pill that you can take when you first get symptoms. Oh, nice. That'd be dope. I'm seriously gonna go read about it. I didn't even know something like that had been approved yet. So spiky, so scary. My little sister, if she was here, she could tell you the story about when our family turtle that's been passed down, it's alive still. This is an alive turtle. It's been passed down. She came home from work one day and it just was in its tank with its enormous turtle-shaped dick out. And it slowly turned to look at her and she was like, "Sup, George," and walked away. But that's when we knew George had a penis. This turtle's ancient. We don't know how old it is. We don't even know what it is. Like my great uncle, so my grandfather's brother adopted it, and it had that calcium disease, so its shell is still to this day kind of fucked up. So you can't look at its shell pattern and be like, "Oh yeah, it's that kind of turtle," but it's this little box turtle creature. And it was George, and then we took it to a vet who said the red circles around its eyes meant it was a girl, so then it was Georgette, and then someone else said it was a boy, so then it was George. And then we saw the penis, and we were like, "It's fucking George. This is George. Hello, George." Wow, turtle dicks are terrifying. A nightmare. Yep, I'm not kidding you, Chesh. And I was a kid. Like, I was very young. When he passed away, my mom got the turtle, and now my sister cares for the turtle. This thing is ancient. It's lived longer than all of us. Oh, I've seen Bad Dragon. I mean, if we can get people to not fuck dogs and just get a dildo instead, I'm all for it. Mickey, you ain't wrong. Oh, Chesh, what an experience. Oh my god, is it 420? Did I miss it? What a fucking experience working for an exotic vet. Ooh. Holy, ow. And cheers. Merry Christmas and cheers. I mean, they're, I, you know what? That's for another day. Oh, just small animals and shit. I mean, honestly, I've only had one reptile I ever had to take to the vet, and it was a leopard gecko. It had a big old tumor on its head. Oh, purple hamster. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy life, and giving an anus its wings. You are a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way. Thank you. Was it weird to see our skunks like a cat? I've heard that many times. Oh, Zelda. Tits up and drink your water. Oh, God, it feels good to stretch. Ooh, axolotls are weird, man. They're so cool, but I've heard they're insanely fickle to take care of. I, do not want that in my life. No shit? Omicron, you didn't feel us coming in this lonely crowd. It's always time. Wow. Is it kind of, hauntingly fortune-telling? African greys, dude. That is, one of the most intelligent birds in the world. I almost get sad when I see people buy an African gray, because I'm like, I hope you know what you're in for. It's like a 6-year-old until you die. Until your children die. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, I've heard skunks make amazing pets, if they're tame. Weird. I don't know if I'd want to smell one all the time, but, maybe if you couldn't smell? Maybe. Did I drink water? I don't remember. Drink water. I've heard some people get the, glands removed. Yeah, I've heard that happens. Because it's, even if they don't spray you, it's kind of like a dog's anal glands. They're going to fill up and you got to empty them one way or another. Yeah, I think I've read that somewhere before. I didn't want to say it because it almost felt like a fever dream I had. I've had weird dreams. At least in Oregon, you can only get a skunk if you get it from a licensed breeder, and these breeders already have them descented. I believe that. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to bring any animal into my house that isn't already a tame creature, just because that is a lot of work. My poodles how long have poodles been a tame breed? Dogs, arguably one of the longest besides cats, tame things, and they drive me crazy. I can't even with the other things. Maine cats are awesome. Maine cats, excuse me? Maine Coons are really cool cats. I had one growing up. His name was Mufasa, actually, and he was part Maine Coon, but he was his mother was a Nebelung or something, because he just looked like a Nebelung but huge, and he had that very lion face, the huge chin. His face looked like a lion. It was weird, and he was huge. 30K. Wow, that's incredible. Part Nebelung. Nebelungs are cool cats. I've had a couple in my life. They're really neat cats to have. Just mixes. Stop it. I mean, it's such an appropriate name when you look at a Maine Coon's face. They look like a lion. They've got, and it's just fur, but the way that they've bred them, so the fur grows, they've got these cheekbones and this chin, and it's pretty cool. Werewolf cats are really cool looking. I want a naked cat someday. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe when don't have any more animals, because right now, sometimes I want to yell at them. I don't, but sometimes I want to. Really? It's just the white parts, really? A red, white tabby? Oh, I love. Is he orangey, or is he that dark red? I assume he's the dark. I had a cat just like that dark, rich orange when I was a kid. Really, really a kid, 5 years old, and I shit you not, his name was Cheesy. It was my best cat. My mom has home videos of me, like, talking to Cheesy in the mirror. I love hairless animals. I am the same. Like, it's incredible. Have you ever seen a hairless guinea pig? It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. The only thing I've seen hairless that does not make me happy is a hairless pug. That's a nightmare. Don't Google it. It does exist on accident. Don't do it. But the other ones are adorable. The half-breed Maine Coon is called Link, and the Norwegian forest cat is Dante. And then there's... My dogs are being... What the... Oh, it's just a bone piece. And then there's my chunky tuxedo girl, Peach. Oh, I love them. Those are good names. I've known a couple wonderful cats in the world named Link. It's a very appropriate name for a very wonderful cat. Skinny pigs? Yep. I've seen the skinny pigs. They're hilarious. I can't. For my dog Rofio to mentor it. Oh my god. Dude, it's not hard. I grew up with cats like farm cats, and they would swim in the lake. Like, if you treat a cat like a dog from the kittenhood, they kind of do act like a dog. Rufio! Rufio! Oh! I miss Robin Williams. All right, my face feels strangely hot. I'm going to go take my temperature and hope it's just not anything else. Rats are way better than guinea pigs, 100%. I will vouch for it. Do not get guinea pigs. Like, imagine all the times you clean up the poop of your rats times 5. It never ends. They eat their poop while they poop. They eat while they poop. They poop while they poop while they poop. It, like, I remember I would lift them out of their little arena and put them in a ground pen I put together for them for 5 minutes tops just to change out their felt padding, and they would cover the ground in poop. 5 minutes. It was crazy. They never stopped shitting. Maine Coons, aren't those the ones that look like Ron Perlman? A little bit, yes. Very much so. Mayo, thank you for that resub. I need to burp. 12 months. Holy, happy Chrysler.
And Satan's sake.
Oh, you've got plenty of experience then. Yeah, I had the pleasure of owning them many times in my life, and they're wonderful animals. Like, they're so cute. They make the cutest sounds and little air kicks ever. If you want a guinea pig, get one rabbit. Or something else. Like, guinea pigs are just... There's a reason most countries in the world eat them. Oh my god. Bearded dragons have explosive water shits that are a nightmare. You smell them before you see them, really. Oh no. Oh, funky. Yep. Hand play with dogs and cats and letting them bite you when they're puppies is a big problem when they get older. Yandy, how you feeling, honeybean? I did want to take home Lady Eyebrows until I saw her poops. I feel it. They're so cute. I see them at the pet store all the time, like skinny pigs and stuff, and I'm like, fuck. It wasn't that bad, was it? No, it was. It was terrible. I'd never want to do it again. Never again. But I loved them. My Maine Coon would swim. Like, he'd go down to the lake and, like, he didn't go way out into the lake. Lake Roosevelt, the Columbia River, whatever you want to call it. But he would, like, get just deep enough to where he'd pad his little feet, and the top of him, like those fuzzy hairs, would hover on the top of the water, and you'd see his tail along behind him, and he'd just to cool off, because we lived in Eastern Washington. It was hot. That's a lot. You know, when I take edibles, I take 2.5 milligrams. So 300 milligrams could be seen as, you know, give or take a few more. I hope you don't have anything to do this week. Yep. My cats would get in the shower and just lick my legs and stand in it. It was weird. Link likes to take little showers. Yeah, they're bizarre cats. Like, they're all just cats. They're all just domesticated cats, same genes and everything, but some cats will swim. Like, I had a cat as a kid. I've told you guys about my cat. Her name was Satan, of course, because I was a little goth kid, and of course I had a cat named Satan. But she was a pixie bob. She was actually part bobcat, though. My mom literally brought her home in a box from a patient. My mom used to do home care in the hills of northeastern Washington state. So many stories I could tell you for another day, another time. But her patients were insane. And one of her patients was this woman who lived in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and was like, hey, we found this kitten in the woods. We're going to let it die. Do you want it? And my mom was like, no, but my daughter likes to save animals, so sure. So my mom literally came home one day from doing home oxygen care, with a box like this big closed. And there was this little preemie, it looked like a calico tailless kitten. That's what it looked like to me when it was a baby. It was like this big. I mean, it was so preemie. It had no mom. And I learned all about how you have to massage the anus of kittens to get them to shit that year. It was a year of raising this cat. But it ended up actually being part bobcat and grew huge. It was so big, at least 30 pounds, and it would swim. You could call it like a dog to the river, and she would swim. It was wild. It was a really weird cat. I got so many weird things from my mom's patients. I still have stuff from them. Like when I was in high school, she had a patient who became paralyzed from not myasthenia gravis, the other one, Guillain-Barré. Guillain-Barré is this horrible nerve issue where from your Guillain-Barré, GB, ground to brain, from the ground up, you just slowly become paralyzed. And he could no longer paint. And he gave my mom like literally like a tote of 50 pounds of amazing quality oil paints. To this day, I still have tubes of those oil paints. She got a lot of weird shit from her patients back in the day. It was weird. It was a weird time. I was thankful though. I mean, we were poor kids. I was always down for a handout. Like I was like, hell yeah, free shit. I'd love to foster animals one day, but I don't know if I could give them up. I get so attached. Okay. I need to go take my temperature because I feel weird. My face is hot to the touch, and it has been for like 3 hours. And I thought it's because my lights were too bright, and it's not. And why else would your face be hot for that long? Or my hands are that cold. Can y'all sin or set something on fire that I'm not sick? That'd be great. Weirdest thing I got, like the weirdest animal I have currently? I mean, what's your definition of weird? I have a few deadly ones. Some people would say that weird, but actually they're super common, like one I found in my backyard. Why would you burn your Godzilla? Don't do that. Oh, I'm not high. I'm not that high. I barely smoked 1.5 bowls today. Ooh, if you got an iPad for painting, yes. Procreate. Zelda Quinn, Procreate. I could not suggest Procreate more. I think, honestly, Procreate sells iPads. Procreate is incredible. It's so intuitive, so easy to use, so easy to edit. Yep, same. It's the only thing I use on my iPad, other than Teamfight Tactics once in a while. I say weird things all the time. I mean, true. I mean, weird, though. It's subjective. I'm infertile. I hope I am. Oh, she literally fosters the oh my god. Poor kitties. Absolutely, Zelda. I mean, I think I can speak for Sexcellent when I say Procreate is everything. Like, you know how Paula Deen loves butter? That's what Procreate is to the rest of the world. It's incredible. So easy to use. Like, coming from a world of, learning Photoshop on my own in high school and, like, struggling my whole life with it, it's just so fluid and seamless, and it's just great. It's a really good program. So easy to learn, right? Like, it's intuitive. We're talking Procreation, talking Procreate on the iPad, or Procreation if you'd like, but I need to go check my temperature, figure out why the fuck my face is so hot, and finish up some Crimbus things, and walk my dogs, because they are energetic today, let me tell you. 7 a.m., they were, like, battling in my yard. I was like, this is not the time. It's not the time. I'm tired. Oh, yeah, there's so many options, like, so when you get, it's so easy to learn. And literally, like, if you go to the options in the program, they have so many videos that'll teach you how to use Procreate. Like, they're all about teaching you how to use the features of Procreate. It's great. Oh, God, I could go on and on. But on that note, I'm going to go blow my nose, figure out what the fuck's wrong with my hot face. Oh, I love Gordon Ramsay so much. Thank you guys from the bottom of my leaky little void for spending your Christmas with me. Because, man, I would have been all on my lonesome, and I do appreciate y'all. You're pretty cool. This is like year 7 we've spent Christmas together, and they're pretty dope Christmases. You guys are awesome people, and I appreciate you guys just chilling with me and being the shit. That's all I got. Yeah, I really hope I don't have a fever. Let's go with not, but my face is so weirdly hot. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's warm. On that note, I hope you all have a beautiful evening, spending it with your families or your friends or whoever the fucking streamer you decide to frolic off to. Send them my love. New Year's Eve, I will be doing a charity for the American Cancer Society. If you'd like to swing by and hang out, maybe throw a few bucks at my dumb face. We do have a Discord channel where you can throw in incentives. Like, if we raise $500, I will blank. I don't know. Create a sandcastle as a tarantula, which means with my face, which sounds like a horrible idea, but you get to put it in there. And the people who work for the American Cancer Society are actually going to be in our Discord talking with you guys in that Discord channel in the next couple days. So look out for them. I'll work with my mods and give them some sort of colors of their names so you guys know who they are. But they're the ones, literally, this is a pretty cool charity I get to do with them because they're doing all the work. Like, all I have to do is show up with you guys and stream. They're going to do all this stuff for us, which is, I'm so thankful. They even have prizes to give away and stuff like that. I have prizes to give away. It's going to be sick. I'm excited. I haven't done charity in a really long time. So please, let's sin and set things on fire so I'm not sick so I can do charity. But I will be here tomorrow. Maybe a little bit late because I have a feeling I get my booster in the morning, but I usually don't feel shitty until the next day. So I should be able to stream with my booster. It's totally fine. I can brag about it. Show everyone how magnetic I am. Oh my God. Did I tell you that Scott's neighbor's children asked his children if they were magnetic? Because they got vaxxed and those other children are anti-vaxxers? What the fuck? They actually asked them that. I can't. Everything hurts inside. I know. That was just... They're like 8, by the way. 8. I'm talking children. Are you magnetic? And Scott's kids were like, what? They had no idea what they were even talking about. It was beautiful. Dude, I want 5G or 6G or 69G, whatever the fuck they're putting in our heads, but we didn't get any of that. Angel, you saved my Christmas. Thank you all for being awesome. And thank you for, being safe and being vaccinated. Or even if you can't get vaccinated because you are immunosuppressed or otherwise, being safe and, washing your hands. Giving a fuck about your fellow human. Because what a shit world it's been lately. Follow my Twitter. I don't normally pimp my socials, but I have this incredible Yule tree that I made, and I'm going to be fucking setting this shit on fire tonight in my yard, and I'm going to take a video of it and put it on my Twitter. So if you would like to see this highly flammable object be set aflame, it has human teeth inside. What a fun time. I'll see you bitches tomorrow. It has a human tooth in it. Gross. Be good to yourselves and stay fucking classy. Bye. And Merry fucking Christmas! Shitter's full.